house, right? I mean, should it be cheaper but who's gonna be left with the mess and having to re-drywall, all the paint, and that's, what about?
That's the expense.
Yeah, it's the most expensive thing you can do, it's not the plumbing job itself is less, but the painting.
Flooring, just put flooring back.
You see what I'm saying there?
Hardwood flooring.
There you go, so, who else, when?
Stuff's expensive.
Okay, what we doing with the what, here we go, Carlos, the what, here we go.
This is the thing that people think they need, given the limited info they have about your service. Find what they know about the solution they want, then begin to think about the things they have missed. Make sure that the main reason the client called you and the real reason is being solved in your presentation first before showing any other things to the client when presented.
So make sure the what is the only thing that they call this for a furnace. You're gonna get a lot of people calling you for furnaces, right?
Yep.
They're calling you because we have a break in the outside line. The plumber showed it to me. It's in the front yard. But what's the what else? What about under the house too? The stack as well too. What about the fixtures we're gonna take out, right? Right now we have a no heat call. Was the what is the igniter, but the rest of it is 32 years old too. You're gonna leave it all. That's the what else. There are things that they didn't know about that it's still working that needs to get replaced. Make sense? The what else, and then that's it. The 7 things right there. If you're missing one of these things here, well, that's the thing you're gonna screw up. So I'll tell you what, the normal service guy, he just does the what. That's may have been what you were doing before, just the what. You wanna be a $9 million guy? Rick can tell you this. 95% of everything he sells is what else. No, things that nobody even knew was gonna happen. So instead of having ductwork and putting in a furnace into the ductwork, we just eliminate the ductwork and just put in ductless mini splits. That's the what else. We didn't even think about doing that. See, when you said it to me, I knew you were gonna do it, and I was still shocked when you did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh wow, that does sound good. Even though I told you to do it, it sounded even better. Question?
Because that, what else does happen all the time with us, well, with me too, because you ask, because we go that extra step and we hammer down all the other vents.
Yeah.
One lady, she just said, no, Justin, I just want to do the house main. Okay, and I kept going back. Remember, I went the extra step, I showed you your kitchen line and stuff. 2 days went by after she signed the contract just to do the main. She called me 2 days later and said, Justin, I've been thinking about what you said about that laundry room. Well, let's go ahead and do that.
Let's take care of
That's
that
a change
too.
order, you sure? Because now I'm asking again.
Yeah.
And so we got it, and so I got another 7,000 out of it.
When I sat in front of the 300 new flow, all the dealers in Memphis, Tennessee, like we do these options, like you can't do the options, you just reline the sewer pipe and that's it. And I said, well, let me ask you a question. Where do sewer pipes normally break? In the front yard. So what do? We precision measure. We laser measurement from the home to the breakage. We scope it. And we descale the pipe. We fix that pipe. And it's done. That's only one option you got. You can't do anything else. I say, oh yeah, let me ask you a question. Is it possible to do less of the pipe? Just do the one part that's broken? Yeah, but why would they want to do that? I don't know. It'd be less money, right? You don't think you ever heard people say they want to spend less? Yeah, well, they can spend less. They have no warranty. Then we can do the whole pipe like you're just saying. I said, you know what would be crime though? We did the whole outside pipe. And how old are the pipes inside the house? 62 years old? Yeah, so who's doing that? Nobody. So why are we not doing that? Because they're not a problem right now. Well, have you even looked at it? No. Yeah. Well, you scope it now. You scope everything now. They weren't before. Like everybody was dumb. Their jaw dropped open when I said it to them. Like, huh? I said, what about the vertical stack? Huh? I said, you guys never had to reline on a vertical stack? Every now and then. Why aren't we showing everybody? Why aren't we doing it before it breaks? We have to wait till after it breaks to do it. Then everybody's like, hey, you got my attention. I went from being like, this guy's a waste of all of our time. Like in the first time I started talking, like this is a waste of all of our time. Why'd they bring this guy in? And like 20 seconds later, like, holy fuck, tell me more. The funny thing was they just had the person on right before me at New Flow, and she was going over all the technical shit you should be showing the customer in your sales presentations. And I just literally told them, get rid of all that shit that she just told you. I'm sorry. That was a nice 2 hours of our life we're never gonna get back. I said, I literally said it, and that got everybody laughing. I'm like, I said, let's give Carlene a round of applause. And that's 2 hours of our life we're never gonna get back. So I'm here. I'm on the other hand. I'm here to tell you you're not gonna need any of that stuff. We're just gonna show them the premium mid-range economy options and do that. It was provocative. It was risky. Good news, I already got paid before I showed up. So.
No refund.
It's always when I get paid ahead of time. So I can be provocative. It allows me to be me when I get paid ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like, oh shit, I might not get paid. I can't be myself then. So I wound up with like 200, out of 300 people, 200 people purchased from me that day. Isn't that crazy? So, because I would just tell them, it's like, that's just the way it is. It's like, here's the stuff, we don't need that stuff, we need to do this. Tom Bowman's with the video card thing. Right? It's nice. It's nice to show people, but it's not like nobody ever said I'm gonna buy it because of that video card. You know what I'm saying there? All right, so there's the 7 things. What do you guys think? Is some of the stuff you missed before? There's only 7 things. Before you do it, let's go to the next one here. I think we can practice a little bit on the trial disqualifications, right? You guys remember that? Doing that one there? Trial disqualifications. Okay, here. Let's go to the next one here. Here we go. Constructive conflict. You guys ready here? Stopping points. When you refuse to yield. So what is a stopping point? It's kind of what I talked about, trying to get Oscar to get on board with that. Are you on board with that, Oscar? You can give it a try?
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody told you to do the job wrong, would you have a stopping point? Like, yeah, can you do this the wrong way? Well, Joe, if you do it the wrong way, that's a stop the call.
Right.
If you only do it the right way, we can continue. It's up to you, but, has anybody ever asked you to do things wrong?
No.
Never?
No.
You put themselves in your hands? Every
No.
customer's functional?
No, I mean,
If the wrong way would be go cheaper, one thing.
They have said something like, can you install this that I had, like an older part or something like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'd have to refuse and tell them, no, we carry our parts and in order for us to warranty it, this is what we have.
Well, I'm trying to make it as clear as possible. Hopefully you can appreciate the clarity of what I'm trying to bring this to you. I do want to go over with, and then we'll take a break, okay? So listen to me carefully. I'm gonna go back here. I got 3 requests. Number 1, somebody is going the wrong way. I refuse to yield when they go the wrong way. So just ask the client to go the direction you want. Yeah, so I want you to, here's what we're gonna do today, Ryan. We're going to get the bid from you, get the numbers. You're the last bid we got. Then my wife and I are gonna go back in our evil laboratory in our master bedroom. Sit there by the planning desk and look over all the information from everybody. And then I'm gonna call you back if you get the job. Oh, that's motivational. Thank you for doing. That's the way we're gonna do it? Yeah. Well, that's a great way to spend an hour and a half of my life with those chances, which are slim and none. If you actually followed that way of doing it, tell me what the closing rate's gonna be if you just said, here's the number, all right, I emailed it to you, you're all set to go. Well, I can tell you the closing rate right now. The national average on the closing rate, what do you think it is when I just fire off an email to somebody?
20.
And say,
That's way too high.
0. It's 12, isn't it, or something?
13%.
Maybe
13. So if you want to spend like 9 calls before you get one,
So you're saying
and of
there's
course
a
you're
chance.
sharpening your pencil, what is that?
So you're saying there's a chance.
Still a chance though. So if somebody says to do that, you say, well, Joe, with all due respect, here's how we do things instead. So how do we do things? Instead of saying, look over the situation, email me the prices and I'll call you back when I'm ready. What's the way we do things? I already said that. We go over the whole system, we give you a full report in person. We're gonna have to talk with you and Julie together, to make sure everybody has equal access to the information, right? Then I'm gonna go ahead and ask you to pick out your favorite one. We're gonna modify it and customize it. And if it's better than the competitors, and the price is fair, and you find a way to make it affordable, what would happen then? That's how we do it. So I'm closing you when when I'm telling you how we do it, I'm closing you right now. You with me on that? That's how we do it, Joe. So if I said I could do that, what would happen? That's my first request. The first request is ask you what would happen if I did it the right way. And then you're gonna say, really? Because I was just wanting to get an email today. So that's okay. Well, we only want to do it in person because of number 2, ask again based on a pure motive reason. What's the reason why we need to do it in person? Pick out your favorite one. Why don't we try number 4, which is what? Number 3, I mean, what's number 3 there?
Customer service.
So Joe, it would be world-class customer service if you let me present it to you personally, so you guys would understand what I'm doing. Yeah, I need you to let me understand that. And then if I still fight you again, well, I'm not even prepared to have my wife and I meet with you at all. We just don't do it that way. That's not a problem, Joe. You don't have to do it that way. But there is a choice that you have. A choice is then you could hire somebody who doesn't do good customer service and pay a price for the guy who does it the way where he doesn't do. He just emails it to you. You don't fully understand the presentation, but yet you try to hold him accountable to something you don't understand. And then you and him argue about whether you're gonna pay him or not. He stops the job in the middle of the job because he's angry at you. And now you got half of an air conditioning unit put in. He took back the other half before he finished the job, so it's not against the law. And now you're fighting in court with somebody about starting a job and not finishing it. Or, the other way of doing it, just let me meet with you and Julie together. We go over the options and show it to you. Pick out your favorite one, find one that's affordable, and then we get the job done. Or, if you don't like it, you can continue to shop and I'll just disqualify myself at that point. So what should we do? This is happening, lather, rinse, and repeat. As the sun comes up, it's happening every day for a salesperson. You better get those words out of your mouth, because if you don't, you'll be paying the price later on. You wanna be somebody who closes almost every job, and only says, I'll only not close a job when you don't want the job? Like, I don't want this, we don't do 30-ton chillers. Then just disqualify yourself, give them the other guy who does, right? But if you want to get this job, then here's the 3 things you're gonna do. So that's it, there's no other outcome, there's nothing else I'm gonna tell you to do. I've given a person 3 chances, like I did with that guy with Justin, you know? Well, John, here's how we do it, email me the prices and I'll call you back. Actually, we do better than that. I'm gonna meet you in real life with you and Nancy together, and we're gonna go over the prices in person, that's how we do it here. Okay, that's how you do it here? That's exactly how we do it. All right, then can you meet on Tuesday at 10? There was 0 resistance. I just said, number 1, that's request number 1. Now, I was trying to say, now I'd like to go to 3 of them so I can show Justin we're gonna dig in on this, just to freak him out. But, you know, I said, let's just do it in the first one. Here's how we do things. We're gonna go ahead and meet with you at a different time. What's good for you guys? So today is Tuesday. You wanna meet on Thursday or Friday? What's a good day for you guys? Cause I'm gonna be out of town next week, so what do you think? Yeah, you better come over on Thursday then. What time? Yeah, come back at 10 o'clock on Thursday it was. Okay, actually, now when I come back on that day, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over the options. We've got some premium mid-range economy options. We're gonna show you the options. Would you be willing to pick out your favorite one? Oh yeah, we do that. And then let me modify it and customize it. And if you like it, what would happen then? We wanna get this done. Okay. And if you don't like it, we'll just disqualify ourselves and you continue to shop. How's that sound? That's fair. Good. We'll see you on Thursday at 10 o'clock. And I said, call April and tell her before he was gonna drive with us, don't drive. Call April and tell her we're gonna come back at 10 o'clock. Call the office and let them know. That's how we do things. Make sense? I had to walk it in slow motion for him to see he's the first person in history of New Flow that ever did it in a functional way. Nobody else ever done it that way. It's only him, he's the first one. He's like, man, was that hard, Justin? He heard me talk about it for several weeks already. He went to a week class, like kind of a half-assed one-day class. And then other things, he's taken several, he's listened to all of our videos and stuff like that. I think he would have it, right? But he saw it in real life. Was it spectacular?
It was.
It was just like
It was
easy.
smooth.
Just like the ball's on the rim, tip it in. That's how we're doing it. You know what I'm saying? So don't consider the fact that you're not gonna do it the other way, because I've already made the mind up that I'm doing it this way. So there's no need to worry about the other way, since we're not doing the other way. There's only this way. You know what I'm saying there? If you wanna do it the other way, then do it without me. That's pretty much it. Make sense? If you got yourself wired that direction, then there's not any problems. The only problem, so don't be torn up inside, don't be conflicted, because you wake up and put your pants on one leg at a time and say, I am dedicated to world-class customer service, and that's all I'm doing. I'm doing anything else other than that. Make sense? So here's the choices, handling the conflicts here. Go on the next page here. No, we got the wrong way. Are you going here? There we go. Giving the choices in the red zone. Here we go. Stopping points to give maximum credibility. Let's go to that stopping point. Go ahead and read that if you don't mind, Matt. Right up here on the top. John, it's up there on the screen, if you wanna read the screen instead, I don't know, it's easier to read or not, what do you think?
John, I wouldn't want to disrespect Donna, so if you want to, present the solutions to her yourself, I'd have to withdraw myself from the opportunity and, part of this conversation.
Oh, no, why would you do that? On the other hand,
On the other hand, if you'd let me, present the solutions to her so she could, so she could so she has equal access to the information, I'd be happy to continue. What should we do?
well, obviously you wanna continue, I don't wanna screw around with this thing. That's it, so that's the, that's how that goes, you see what I'm saying, or anybody have any, anybody think they really kinda got this nailed? Did everybody ever got the words out of their mouth? I mean, you can see how tough it is, right? I don't blame Oscar, it's hard, you know? If you've never done it before, he'll literally have to say this, say this, say this, say this. It's so hard, you know what I'm saying, or? Why is it so hard?
Because it's
Because
anti
you're
anything we,
gambling, you're afraid you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
So
there's
you gotta
nothing
give
we
it
would
a
ever
thought.
do.
And I understand, that's the thing, it's getting that out of your head.
Yeah.
If you do, so what?
I'm like, yes,
Move to the
man.
next one. Move on.
Well, you know, it's like, you know,
It is.
we had,
It could be an
you know,
advantage to leave it.
it's like we did the four walls
Believe in
conversation,
your own shit.
and I know some people, I know John Bethke, his boss, was like, man, that sounds like it's kind of abrupt about the four walls, like it sounds like we're scaring people. And I said, well, if you're doing it to scare people, then you are, that's what you're doing. If you're doing it to inform people so that they make the right decision, then that's also the pure motive there. So, you're right, if you're doing it in a way that's trying to scam people, or say things that aren't true, then you're gonna do that. That's how, I can't tell you what to do. I said, it is a fine line, like the four walls conversation, it's a fine line. If I said something like, how important is the safety of your family? It's really important, because your family's about to die. See, that's where it crosses over the line, right, you know what I'm saying?
Across the line, you've gotta really have some sound evidence
It is.
in order to make that
Well, it
statement.
better be true, it's gotta be fact.
Cause then, yeah.
Like the normal water heater lasts 12 years, is that true?
Does that say four walls?
And your water heater's 32 years old. It's 3 times older than it should be, practically almost 3 times older than the ones that normally fail, you know? And my greatest fear is that you're on borrowed time, and that you have that finished basement. Joe, what do you think could happen with a 32-year-old water heater in that brand new finished basement? Oh, shit. Yeah, see, I didn't say anything. I say, finished basement is a fact, 32-year-old water heater is a fact. What do you think could happen? Because since only the last 12 years, 12-year-old water heater, 20 years past due,
Right, you've gotta
next to a
make them
finished
connect the
basement.
dots.
Yeah, you gotta put all the facts in the same room and say, let's look at this let's turn the lights on and see what we're looking at here.
Let them do it though.
That's your job, you know. John, right now you have a 42% restriction in the air duct system. Can I show you? It's gotta be a fact. You should have this much airflow, and we got this much airflow. Put your hand by the register. That's a fact. What do you think? You wanna put a brand new furnace into a duct system that's got a 42% restriction right now? Cause I got an idea. Forget the furnace. Let's just fix the duct system. What do you think of that? I'd rather do that instead of fixing and putting the furnace in. Cause if we do that furnace without the duct system, I prefer to disqualify myself. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Put a tankless water heater. John, can I show the galvanized pipe you're about to put this into? Right there. Is that not a fact? Galvanized water, galvanized pipe since 1952, whatever. Putting a tankless water heater into it. Here's a brand new appliance, that's a 2019 appliance, into that 1952 piping. Would you put a brand new Toyota Prius engine into a 57 Chevy?
I don't wanna say shit.
I don't think it would move it.
I don't want
You know what I'm saying? Would you put a Tesla engine into a 52 Chevy?
I
You
would.
might, right?
I'll try it.
Give it a try.
Don't fucking tempt me.
Is that the way you wanna live your life? Worry about the thing gonna break down? You know, it's up to you. If you wanna do that, we wouldn't be able to do it. So, you know what I'm saying, guys? So, this is the stopping point. The conversation's right there. Real short and simple. I wanna, you know, this is where somebody's asking me to send it to me and I'll talk to my wife. I say, John, if you want me to just, you know, I could preempt it. I could do more. I could do 4 walls on this one here, right? Joe, I really want you just to give me the options and I'll talk to Donna, my wife, about it. And I'd say, well, Dustin, let me ask you a question. How long have you been married for?
13 years?
And how important is respect in a marriage?
Huge.
You ever do something where you ever disrespect your wife without knowing it?
Yeah.
Because you're about to do that right now. Can I tell you how?
Yeah.
How many furnaces have you ever sold before? So we're gonna have you present furnaces to your wife. You never did it before? You see how that's not good customer service? I'm putting the burden on you to explain it to your wife. That just doesn't make any sense. You see what I'm saying there? Here's the best way to do it. If you're gonna do it that way, I'm out. I'm not gonna be able to participate. If you let me do it the right way, let me present it to you and Donna together, and you and I can collaborate and show it to her, that's how I wanna do it. So what should we do?
Let's move forward.
Alright, you sure? Cause we don't gotta do this. You can just call a different company.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. What's everybody else doing? Are they emailing or what are they doing?
Yeah, everyone else is emailing them.
Yeah, see, that's gonna be a problem then. See, you're asking me to compete against somebody who does services not as good, and I'm not gonna be able to compete on the price. So I can tell you right now, can I just give you a fair warning?
Yeah.
The price is gonna be a higher investment with us than the other guys who didn't bother to care about that. They went with the flow, and I'm not gonna go with the flow. I do things the right way. So is that gonna be a problem, or should we continue, stop, or continue?
No, let's continue.
Not gonna be a lower price.
That's okay.
I don't hear anything about that anymore then, okay?
Okay.
Done with that. I've had that conversation hundreds and hundreds of times. You say, that sounds like crazy. That's crazy words.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's crazy words. It's only crazy words if you did, the first time, hey, give yourself some forgiveness. The first time you have that kind of, that's pretty deep. Save that for like the 15th time you try it.
Right. Not first
You
date.
could just say, we can stop or continue, John. I don't want to push our services on you, so if you don't want to look for something cheaper, I can tell you right now, we're gonna be a higher investment. Should we stop or should we continue at this point? Just get that out of your mind, get that out of your mouth and get ready to go on that. Make sense there, guys? It's that simple. I mean, who has tried this before you've never done it before, have you? So in time we've been, all the months, about a year now, we've been working together, right?
Oh, almost. I've been with a year with you. So.
Yeah. Oh, so we probably started with you and, right after that,
Yeah.
in April, so this year, yeah. What do you think? You've been trying this for a while? You have a hard time getting this out of your mouth, this part?
Not asking if
Stop or
disqualify
continue?
yourselves?
Yeah.
No, I've done it several times.
You have?
Disqualified.
You have. Have you given that option and people went forward and did it your way?
Yeah.
There you go. So, do most people go forward or most people say stop?
Most go forward. They still wanna see the whole thing. They wanna see what exactly, because you kinda got their interest already. Like, dang, if he's willing to disqualify himself, maybe they do have something better that I'm not aware of and they wanna go forward and see
Yeah.
exactly what.
The leverage you have is I haven't given you any information yet. Isn't that crazy? You see why it's so important not to give information early in the call? Because if you did, you already gave the show, now you're just holding back. Yeah, I already got your information, get the hell out of here. Stupid ots. You lost.
Cause those things are just like Joe said, it's first, cause I work a lot in the Sun City area, which is a retirement.
Everybody's on a fixed
Everyone's on
income.
a fixed income, and so kind of one of the first things we come out with is, hey, love to come out and meet with you and see what we can do for you, but we are a premium company, we have premium pricing. So I just wanna bring that up, is that something you're still wanting to go forward with?
That's before you even get there?
I'm
Like
on
on a
the phone,
pre-record,
before I
yeah.
even take a step out of my office or
Wow,
I'm in the car,
really?
go out there.
That's awesome.
I'm bringing that up right now, cause I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm gonna go get somebody else, like, no, Justin, I think, no, we're good, to go. Come on out.
That's the word part. Nobody ever says no to that. They're always like, that's what I'm looking for. And by the way, don't you think they were, look at the marketing that Sky Heating's doing, cooling. The frickin' billboards, right? Gigantic graphics that they pay Dan Antonelli to do and things like that. They wrap your trucks and all kinds of shit like that. You don't think that the general public in Portland, Oregon knows that the quality is already better when you see the signage already? You didn't even meet the company yet, and they called the company and they answered the phone and installed the script and everything was good. Like, they got the image, which has got the halo effect. They've got the person answering the phone, it's already kick-ass, everybody else just sucks. And then you come out there, probably with a uniform, a truck that's got a freaking wrap and logo on it, like, same thing there compared to that sign up there. This looks like it's gonna be some money. Like, you don't think people, like, when you walk into the best hotel, if you walked into the Four Seasons Hotel, you walk in the Coronado Hotel in San Diego or whatever, you don't think you walk into that lobby and know that it's gonna be more money?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying there? As soon as you walk in the lobby, you're like, I think we're in the wrong hotel, honey. Or you're like, I think we're in the right hotel, honey, this is great. You know, you're like, oh man, we're staying here, this is amazing.
You have those coupons?
You're looking for, the Coronado Hotel doesn't take any coupons. You know?
lust.
Like, so, you found me on that, guys? So, you ever walk in Old Town, like, this place is really nice.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, I wanna stay here.
What blows my mind is the ones that call you and tell you, they're asking for, competitor pricing.
Mhm.
And then you gotta no, we're not here to compete against competition, we're here to provide you with it. With nothing but
Right.
superior quality service.
The kid's gonna go.
If that's something that you're not looking for, then that's something I,
Here's what I do, say,
That's my.
I don't wanna put you, I don't wanna pressure you guys into anything. Right there, what I don't wanna do is I don't wanna pressure you guys into something that you're not looking for. So if you're looking for a cheaper price, I can tell you right now, in the front end, we're a higher investment. In the long run, we're more economical, cause the job is done right, and you don't have to worry about doing it again. You see what I'm saying? Now, in the front end, it's gonna be a little bit higher investment, the other people will be cheaper, and there'll be more money in the long run, though. So should we stop, or should we continue? You gotta be able to deliver that message. That's the big boy message you gotta get out of your mouth, so figure it out by tomorrow. Cause like the other guys that were gonna do this class, I made it easy on the other guys. The guys coming up, though, I'm gonna throw this at you, so be ready in the role play that, this is gonna happen, okay? So, take a break right now, think about that, ponder on that one. We'll see you at, 2:45, back at please be prompt, please be prompt.
Oh, he's in the brother yet?
We are. No, yeah, you can. Just teasing. You wanna do it, Carlos?
Yeah, I wanna go for it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Can I go next?
No.
I asked to
I
go
know, I wanna
earlier,
be on
I'll
the
wait
web
till the
all
end of the day though.
Anxiety
To be
killed
fair,
me.
Matt and I talked about it.
We had a
Matt was
conversation.
hesitant trying to go.
No worries, I'll wait.
No, I'll go.
Throw his name in the mix.
I said everyone
He's
can
eager
go
now.
before
I'm
him.
like, damn, Joe's adding stuff to it, I better go now.
Right?
Just went over, how you gonna forget that part though? And I'll be the guy to forget it.
Give me the stick.
One of the hardest things I took from this job,
Mhm.
hardest.
Dude, it's freezing in here. Although I went outside, I'm like, God damn it, it's
Oh, you know
so
what,
hot.
look
I
where you're
never would have thought about this.
It's so funny to see
myself
her
and using that as
jacket.
leverage.
It's like,
And seriously,
I almost
as a sales guy, as long as I've been
It's
doing
so
this,
hot, yeah.
that is not
Every time I
something
go
that's
outside, I'm
ever
like,
programmed into your brain.
No, it's
Day
the
one.
opposite.
I mean, really.
It's
And
on the floor.
that's one thing that these guys all need to understand. It's not just a leverage tactic. That's not what it's, I mean, yeah, it's a great leverage, we taught you that. But it really
It's
shapes
like you guys
people
are.
into their core, because if you're willing to.
Yeah, I just like
People see that, that level of commitment that you have as a person working for that company. It just takes that confidence level from like DEFCON 1, bam, man, you're sliding to DEFCON 4. I mean, you literally go, and I'm talking, you skip 2 levels, 3 levels, right? Because they just, whatever confidence issues they may have thought, oh, this thing's okay. I'll just walk away.
Now you're red those.
I've done it. I mean, since you taught me,
Just kidding, I don't have
you think of what, I started at Newfoundland. I started taking your classes.
There's a,
Right, right.
I mean, I sold my first big job, here it goes, 3 weeks in, I sold that big railroad job. Yeah, I'm selling jobs that I didn't keep going.
Right.
Pushing 20 to 40 days a week, you know, and Rick knows it, I don't know, it's like, some weeks more. But you know, it's like, I was just talking to you, how many she's like, hey, you got 4 customers who call back and they time.
For different, like,
so
flavors?
next week, yeah. So the house
Gotcha,
too, they always
gotcha.
do this,
But you know, it's like she said, it's like, she's always there. You're like that.
The other two, something different.
I'm like, people, that's all I do is talk.
Right.
Like this.
She's like, yeah, I know you got stuff scheduled for Saturday already, I'll see when you get back on Friday night, you guys got stuff.
I think then they only like 4 cookies,
That's
and they
like-
divide it up and just put it like, you got bags, and giant
And her
cookies,
piece
and
on
that's
Thursday
what
before, and she's, we wanna give you Friday off this week, and you're telling me no. That's what I was texting her, she's like, I wanna give you something Friday, the first off, I'm like,
That's
no.
great, because that means that they're not
And she's like,
wasting
I'm like, I'm
product.
taking a vacation. She's like,
Well,
"I'm
it makes you wanna
taking
keep coming back.
I got work to do.
And you're not disappointed that your original 2 in case.
You don't make money at home.
I got plenty of time to sleep when I'm dead.
The crispy.
You don't make money at home.
When you graduate.
Make money working. That's the one thing I was gonna ask you first.
Yeah,
Sometimes
you guys
I
have
go
fun.
around and tell these guys, you know, to use that as well. I'll tell you what, when you brought that up, I was gonna get about
Maybe
You
I'm
have
gonna
great
rent.
cheese?
We too smaller.
Who's that?
At least
Oh,
see the
you're
most.
so close. Is there giant donuts on top of the building?
Getting ready?
Isn't a lot of movies? They have it.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I can, but I'll make sure my girlfriend.
I can't get that.
I'm ready,
no.
I'm ready, I'm ready.
No, you already said it. What time your flight tomorrow?
Randy's Donuts, yeah.
Who's got a flight?
We're flying late.
You go?
It's off on 405.
Who's driving, right?
Oh, we have like a.
Yeah, 7.5 hours.
Probably like 10, late morning.
Call my noon.
So it's like it makes it nice,
Thank
technically.
you. I mean, we got about 7.5 hours drive home. No, that's the one thing I asked you personally though.
I was in.
This qualification works.
And that
I'll
place.
back you
Oh,
up.
wow.
I'll tell you, when I watched the videos of
Have you ever had fractured bone fractures?
I ordered one, okay.
I said,
I ordered
I
one.
want one.
Yeah.
so I'm the guy who's running. I'm the guy who's running.
He doesn't eat donuts.
I'm literally
So I
tapping on my desk and trying to talk to you. We're watching videos the same
Oh,
thing.
that
I'm
one,
like,
okay.
But they're so light and so stone.
I lived above fractured as well. I was going to ASU.
Why would I tell them?
Yeah.
You know, after seeing it in action, listening to the videos,
Oh,
explain
wow, nice.
being in person, dealing with it,
She's graduated.
seeing how the system works, and using it
Oh.
yourself.
Me too.
Really, it's really the thing that
No,
makes,
no,
it makes
no.
this thing different than everything else,
Yeah.
right, that part.
Yeah.
You know, for like Vince,
This is the.
Oscar, you know, to say it.
Oh shit,
Matt's the
okay,
guy
yeah. I
who
lived in that
also-
building that was right near the football
You know,
stadium.
Matt's the guy, I have to tell
Yeah,
Matt's got the
fractured.
setup. I mean, Matt's got the,
You got
16.
these two guys,
Okay, so they just.
Vince and
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still techs.
I didn't
They're
get
still in the
back.
baby stage yet.
they're still techs.
I know, I want
Take
to.
them to the next level.
I'm trying to. I know, I miss it. There's just something
Yeah,
about it that's so
kill it.
special. I love
With
like.
the state farm.
I wish I had these younger guys working.
The what?
The state farm.
Yeah.
Where they done the black.
Oh yeah, those were all like I think they were like just finished or like yeah.
John's good.
Most of them were all by the
You got a good attitude, man.
It looks so nice. Yeah, I
Well,
remember.
dealing with
Like,
customers,
I remember
so
as
you
I
got a
left,
good
I'm like,
attitude, use levity and
this
stuff.
is
It's
like
cool.
from the change from when I got here to
Tell them
now.
that way, man.
It's insane.
Oh, man.
I can
Younger tech,
imagine,
it's-
like,
I don't know,
if I go
when it
right
comes to
back now,
investments, I don't really see the problem, like the MSA issue. I just kind of like, I don't know, I kind of just have a positive every time I go to the call.
Everything's just better, you know?
Yeah, not that bad.
No ad. Yeah. Damn, you're getting me so excited just thinking about all the staff we've met.
Did you like the issue?
I did. Well, I did a little bit different. I went to community college first in New Jersey. It was the best way to do it. Yeah.
Everybody's looking at the
Yeah,
book, right?
they did that? What's that?
Everybody's looking at the book, right?
Yep, everybody got the book. Everybody got everything.
I already have the book.
But yeah, I like it that way. ASU, obviously, I'm sure as you know, has a little bit of a reputation for being a little bit of a party school. So I went there. It took out so many grads. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I know exactly who you're texting.
Why do you spell my
What are you, reading my mind?
I don't have to. You can just look at your facial expression. Giant smile.
Yeah. And you've grown up around that the whole time, so you know that that's coming. Yeah. Yeah, you've literally seen it.
Let me just go into
Oh, that got taken out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got you. We got to close that. Maybe this one. Oh, I have to be this close to it.
To ASU is it's crazy because it's actually like a really good school. The journalism school is insane. They're also like the number one, like what's the other one that they're like number one? They got the big sign there.
Yeah, it's the,
Innovation or yeah. It's like they have so many other good stuff. Like,
Yeah, I can't present unless I'm fucking
every
this
time
class.
it's like, oh, party's going
But
on.
yeah, when you go in there,
I know the media.
when you pull up and you have says
I went there when I was 21,
you know,
so at that
Discover,
point I had it all
all
out of
that
my
shit,
system.
you just click on
for the
one,
most part.
and it comes up
I have
on the
my
screen.
friend since
You
my
know,
best friend's
you
fourth
bring
grade.
information
He went
manually.
there before
It
I
says
did. He
scan
went
card
straight
right
from
at the
high
top,
school.
and you just fucking scan it.
And so when I went there, he
You
was
know,
like,
the only
dude,
time
come
it
to my
doesn't
frat.
work
So I
is
tried to
when
do
you
the frat
record.
thing.
Hey, Eric, how's
Did
it
it.
going?
We ended up getting kicked out.
If they're on the radio,
So like in the middle of it, they're like, you didn't even need to pledge more.
What are you up to today?
It turned into a drinking club, and I was just like small, and I was not into it.
That's cool. You get the
I ended up finding
Where you
stand-up
found them? How's that going?
comes up with
So,
a screen.
yeah, that's where I started on there.
Four little squares, and those squares turn green when you get the card right. It snaps the picture of the card, it comes up, all you have to
Color
do
you're talking about?
is the customer's name
Well, it's good that we got Ralph here. It's also obviously good.
It's fucking
Where's
awesome.
it?
And then on
I
top
don't
of
know how you listen. I don't know how you got that big suck into the revenue that you're not gonna have.
Yeah. Just tell everybody it's not a
He's selling jobs right now. He's not even. He's like doing the class and selling jobs while he's there. I know.
Oh, you're talking
He has a mistake.
my carpet was.
And there is an option to do it.
It's like how you play the Bears over here and both of them doing themselves.
I wish I had one that I can get into, but I have to dispatch to do it.
Sometimes they'll be just doing their thing, put on their kind of schedules, and then they have it all right down to what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna let me on some videos.
Yeah, they did. They both had.
My friend was talking about and it was with Kentucky?
Yeah, that's awesome. They should put the graduation. You want me to take a picture?
Yeah.
You should put that graduation song real quick.
But Karen, I'm really excited about your future, buddy. Football. I know I'm glad you got John working as the full-time installation developer. The guy who's getting, you're recruiting people in that part. You're getting that part going. That's a good idea.
I think my friend was telling me that he did an improv thing there one time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
I kept doing it too. I only heard
I think the audience, it was pretty fun.
There's a lot of good improv stuff in that, just like around the Phoenix area. There's so many little.
We went to the improv there by SU. I saw the guy, I think it was,
I want you to be right behind me too.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's good. That's great. That's great.
anyways, he's a,
I was gonna say thanks a lot. We'll definitely send them back stronger than they were
Oh,
before.
oh, what's his name? I saw it. I think it's the guy I'm thinking about.
Eric, this is rough one.
Good, good. We'll definitely talk about next year. We'll have a, when this is all over and settles down, maybe after the Thanksgiving, we'll talk about what's transpired next year.
we're like,
So this is so weird.
he goes, all right, he goes, I can't go. He goes, I'm just, he goes, that information you get from somebody, he goes, I just call right up there.
When I graduate, can you play that for me? I got you.
Imagine do it again, kid.
All right, let's go.
You should get Brandon to like put that in there.
But anyways, he said he had a bunch of.
Yeah. Yeah, all I gotta do is.
He looks up the back, there's a printer.
No.
What? I think they're standing by the printer and
Yeah, Bill,
I wonder if that's just like his own joke or if that's really how they do it.
Ryan? Oh, Bishop, yeah, Bishop. Up in Hyde Park, right?
you saw the paper.
You're up next? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go today.
Yeah.
Just to get in all of that, Jack, we had to be a chameleon.
Uh-huh.
I still to this day find it a little bit off.
Yeah.
When did you guys take
Mr. Boston, we're still here.
What?
Yeah, Mr. Boston.
He does, yeah, still here.
Thanks.
Right, we'll get Carlos under our belt here. Now we'll do a couple more. Carlos is gonna do our thing. Let me get my.
Trust that, dog.
Check 1, 2. All right, you got his thing. Where's his sound source? What's going on? Who's got that?
Stress ball for him.
Not here. Must be over
I'm
there.
not stressed.
Who stole it? Who did last time? Who's the last guy who had that?
I think it's over here.
Justin,
You got one, Mike?
you got the mic?
Oh, I said it.
I think it's right there.
Right behind you.
Still working probably. Still rolling.
Sorry.
It's just all those words, all those things. Got you on tape now.
You got Oscar on tape.
Put that in your pocket, left pocket.
What should we do? I'll give you $1.
There you go.
Give me an extra 25.
Are you ready? Here we go. Side box. Got it? Go on now. It's okay. Yeah. Just go out to the limbo.
I wouldn't be able to do that.
Let the sirens go past us real quick. Typical LA afternoon.
Drop the coming for you.
Masquerader.
Just California.
Someone
thing.
sold the last show.
Alright, ready? Here we go. It's like a Law and Order episode. I hear the sirens outside with the rolling the thing. Ding dong! Eh. Hello,
Hi, who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
my name is Joe.
Hi, Joe. I'm Carlos from Aladdin Heating and Air.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for letting me into your house today.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
So what's going on, Joe?
Right now we have a problem with their heating system. It's not working at all, and I was hoping you could take a look at it and tell me what's wrong.
So just to be clear, Joe, you don't want to do anything today? You just want me to look at it?
No, I gotta get it fixed. I took off work and everything.
Just to be clear, you want to accomplish something today?
Leading question. Just because we're at the word what.
What would you like to accomplish today?
I'm gonna get this thing fixed, Carlos. Took off work and everything.
Just
Can we take a look at it? Yeah, here it is here. Yeah. Let's go look at it.
So who found the problem, Joe?
Well, my wife Julie found the problem.
What did she say?
Well, she said she was freezing last night, that I was gone in New York for business, so I got home late last night, and she said it's freezing in this house. I said, you're exaggerating. I got home and it was like 58 degrees in here, it was cold.
What was that like, Joe?
Oh my God, it was stressful because I had big meetings planned today with everybody from that conference call in New York, and I had to cancel it all and just meet with you instead, so it was really, I don't got time for that. I'm very busy, I don't got time, and it's very stressful, you know what I'm saying?
Can I say something, Joe?
What's that?
Well, Julie's very lucky to have you.
Is she?
Very lucky to have you as a husband who would take time from taking the conference call, a big conference call, to have me, to meet up with me
That's so nice of you.
and get this work.
Thank you so much for saying that. You want a cup of coffee?
Sure, I like some.
Cup of coffee? Cream and sugar, black?
Cream and sugar.
Cream and sugar, here you go. All right.
Good.
So, yeah, so I mean, there it is here, the Binford air conditioning and heating system.
So Joe, have you ever had any other HVAC company or friends or family ever do this kind of work for you?
Let's take that thing off here. It's gonna rub on the mic. Right. Have I ever had somebody before? We had a company called Acme, who was right from Canoga Park over there. Yeah, had them. Wasn't too happy though. Wasn't the best.
Just off the record, Joe, what did they do so that way I don't repeat the same mistake?
I don't want to get into that, Carlos. It's kind of personal. I don't want to get involved with that stuff, really.
Just off the record, so I don't do the same thing. Joe.
Off the record?
Mhm.
Well, I don't think you will, but off the record, I'll tell you what happened. I had Acme out here, and the guy from Acme, you know, my wife came home from work while he was here in the driveway, so she parked right behind him in our driveway. We have a narrow driveway, and then he wasn't looking, and he backed up the truck and smashed right into a brand new Lexus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What did the manager say?
A manager?
Yeah.
He said that because of the downturn in the economy, he said, I'm not sure what he's talking about, the economy's doing great. He said because of the downturn in the economy, the insurance with the company has lapsed, and he had no insurance.
What about the owner? Did he say anything?
He wouldn't take my calls. I think he was in Aruba or something for, you know, the whole week or whatever. Couldn't get a hold of him.
Well, maybe it's just that one bad apple, Joe. Are you sure you don't want to give him a second chance?
No, I'm done with those guys, Carlos. I'm not working with them anymore. I've had enough of that. That's why I got a hold of you guys, actually.
Are you sure you don't want to give him a second chance?
Yeah, I'm done with these guys, 100%.
So how did you hear about our company?
Actually, it was Roger Godwin, who lives across the street from us, told me about you guys. He's an auto mechanic.
Oh, really? What did he say?
He said you guys are neat, you're clean, you get the job done, you're just top notch.
What else did he say?
He said, you're not the cheapest company, but you're definitely the best. Looking for the best, the lab is the best, he told me.
Can I do something for you, Joe?
Sure, what's that?
Is it alright if I go next door and tell him thank you for all those kind words you said?
No way, you're not gonna do that.
I definitely am.
You are?
Yeah,
That's amazing. You tell him I said hi.
definitely. And also, can I say one last thing?
What's that?
Thank you for saying all those kind words about us. It means a lot to us.
Wow. It's so nice of you to say that. You want, actually, I just made some, homemade pizza. You wanna try a piece?
Oh, sure, definitely.
Hey, pizza, here you go. So it's got the Italian sausage from the East
Oh,
Coast,
really?
yeah. It's a good stuff. It's a good sausage, not the California sausage. There's no vegan sausage, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
So, take a look and tell me what you find here, okay? So what'd you come up with, Carlos? Something nice and easy? What'd you got here?
Well, Joe, I'm not liking what I'm seeing right now, but don't worry, I do have some options for you.
What's the problem exactly?
You do have an electrical fault in your air movement system.
Oh, Jesus.
My
Okay.
greatest fear, Joe, is that you might go out on a meeting and right now it's gonna get cold.
Uh-huh.
Let's say you're out on a meeting
Yeah, yeah.
somewhere. Julie turns on the heater.
Oh,
And
don't
there's
even
no
say anymore.
fire.
I know I can't have that. We can't have that. Yeah. So what can we do to fix it?
But like I said, don't worry, Joe. I do have 2 premium, 2 mid-range, and 2 economic options for you.
Mhm.
The first one might be too premium. It does have premium service to it. But the last one is more economical, so it might be something you're more willing to try.
Mhm.
But just take your time and look through all of them.
I'll do that. Show what you got.
Uh,
What's the top option called?
Well, Joe, my top option is called the Premium Plus option, Joe's Peace of Mind Indoor Air Movement System Repair. It would take care of the immediate issue, and it also renovate your whole air movement system as
Mm,
well.
okay.
I did this so that way you're not stressed out when you're out on calls. Or,
I can't have that. It's good. I'm glad you did that, yeah. Anything else I include?
I also did include a whole house air purifier and a humidifier,
Oh, gotcha.
just to make sure that you guys get good air quality.
For Wyatt and Karen?
Yes, sir. For Wyatt and Karen, last month.
That's good.
I also did include a 5-year warranty and a 5-year service plan with 5 years of filters. I did this so Karen doesn't have to, she won't have to worry about the system.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
have to take care of that.
Really?
Yes, sir.
She works hard enough, I tell you that girl.
So, how much do you think this would all cost?
You gotta be talking like $3,000.
10 times that, Joe.
$30,000,
Nah, I'm
Carlos?
just kidding, Joe.
How much? How much is it?
It's 6,000.
You see?
What would you like to do? So, so what should we do?
I live for that. I feel so much better now. Can I tell you something?
Definitely, Joe.
I think 6,000 is actually more than I pay for the whole system.
Oh, really, Joe?
I think I pay 5,900 for everything.
Well, you do have other options, Joe.
That's true.
As you can see, you have 5 more options. So what should we do?
You expect me to do this today?
You just take your time, Joe, but think about your family's health and safety. So what should we do?
Can you email the top one to, email the options to me and I'll give you a call back later?
I'll do you a better one, Joe. I can see that the top 2 options are looking expensive for you.
Mhm.
So just, maybe you can choose 2 of these options. Which one would you choose?
I just go with the top one, that's the one I like, for 6,000.
Good choice. What do you like about them?
Well, it gives me a 5-year warranty and 5-year service, I get the humidifier we need, because it's dry in here.
So what should we do, Joe?
Can you, do anything on the price? I hate to say this, but can you bring that, $6,000? Get that closer to 5,000, I'll give you the job, I'll write a check right now.
Well, Joe, in order for me to give you a discount on that, I would have to cut corners. So where would you like me to cut corners? Health and safety, quality?
No, I don't wanna cut corners at all.
Okay, so what should we do?
But since my wife's not here, you know how women are.
Yeah, definitely. But so when your wife is looking out for your family's health and safety, what does she usually pay? Premium?
She'd buy the 10,000, she'd buy the 30,000 one.
30,000?
You better not say that to her, I'm gonna
Definitely won't.
be in trouble.
Just between you and me, off the record. So what should we do, Joe?
You guys, You do side jobs?
No, not at all.
I was gonna ask you, just seeing if you're honest or not. So don't tell your boss I was asking that, okay?
Okay, you got it, sir.
I don't wanna do a side job, I'm just saying.
So what should we do?
I'll just check and see if you're honest. Is this competitive if I shopped around, would I find a cheaper price?
This is competitive. You got 6 competitive prices right there, Joe. So what should we do?
So you're not gonna leave until I get this thing done?
Well, take as long as you need, Joe. But again, think about the health and safety of your family. So what should we do?
If I want that $6,000, they get the heat on tonight,
If I told you I could, what would happen then?
we just do it, 6,000.
So what should we do?
Let's do the $6,000, why don't I want that one?
How would you like to make this investment?
Can I do a American Express card?
If I told you I took American Express, what would happen then?
That'd give me a trip back to New York, I'd be able to use my points.
So what should we do?
Let's do it.
Alright.
Alright, brother, nice job. That was quite amazing. I was.
Too early, you're supposed to wait for the photo.
Adia, you here? You left? You lost her? She quit. Good enough. Here you go. Here's my girl. There you go. Our photographer, professional photographer. Where's? I need to get your gimbal on this though. Where's that? We want to see the gimbals. We can just do like this kind of pan, window pan. There you go. Thank you so much. He's gonna break his face, so that's fine. How many pictures do you need of this guy? You got it? Alright, cheesecake. Good job. Good job, Carlos.
What size shirt you want, Carlos?
That was
Do you want a bigger hat or smaller?
That's pretty far. I think he's traveled a pretty far distance since Monday, don't you think?
Oh.
What do you guys think? How do you feel you've done this week?
Pretty good.
Did this help you get it all together, get it solidified more?
Yeah, before I wasn't too confident with the customers when I would do this.
Yeah.
But now I feel like I can.
I think mixing with the group.
Yeah.
There's something about the live dynamic of being at the group here with everybody. Like, yeah, I think I understand. Make sure you stop the recording too. So I think there is something about being in the group that's different, right? Like you can watch the videos. Ralph, you watch the videos before and you see everything, right? We think just having the dynamic of the group and seeing what the way things are done live compared to the
I
thing.
think being immersed in it, it just drops you into it. With the videos, you can kind of disconnect, take phone calls, make phone calls, run out the jobs. When you're immersed in it for the week like this, you almost need to be, because you can't escape. You don't have an out.
That's what Eric told you. He said, "Yeah, I don't need to go. I know this already, right?" And it's like you have to go. It's non. Eric told you it's not a negotiation. You're going. He said, right, that's with it. So that's how his boss does it. His boss does it where it's no negotiation. It's like, well, I can either stop employment here or you continue going to the thing. That's what we're gonna do. So, what? Yeah, if you like it, we like working here. That's what you got to do then. He didn't say it though, but he was like, he said you have to go. He didn't say you can stop. He just said you have to go. That was it. He wanted to go. I know secretly, he said he couldn't wait to go because I rode with him down to Tucson. He was saying, I can't wait to get to that seminar. Then he had second thoughts, I think. But I'm glad you came. Good for that.
That was you.
All right, you want to do another one while we still have some fresh things here? We got cover it. You ready to go, Matt? Matty Ice. Here we go. You brought his long pants and everything. So.
I did have the jeans on today.
You brought his long pants.
I'm trying Joanna, by the way.
That of gratitude. Put that in. Take your thing off here, so we don't have any interference. Try not to hit the microphone with your hand if you can too. So that's where probably have some sound interference. So there you go there. All right, here we go. What we have for water heater? Here we go. A little closer and. Ding dong. Hello.
How you doing? I'm Matt with Davis Home Service.
Nice.
It's a pleasure speaking with you.
I'm just Joe.
Joe, nice to meet you today. So what brings us out here?
Well, we have a problem with the hot water. It's not working right now, and hoping you can tell me what's going on with it. It's just dead right now. So it's cold water.
Wow, okay. Who found it?
We're going to the commission step first, right?
Okay, yeah. All right.
Hot water heater.
We'll do this side here.
Okay.
All right. So, what happened?
Well, it's like no hot water. We turned the water on and it just stopped working. a little closer.
So, just to be sure, you're just looking to take a look at it, not get anything done today?
No, we gotta get it fixed, we took off work and everything, Matt.
Okay, so just one more time to be sure, what are you looking to have done here?
I gotta get this thing fixed, we took off work, my wife will kill me, okay?
Okay, sounds
We'll
good.
take a look at it,
Let's
see,
go take
it's
a look
over
at
here,
it.
yeah.
So, who found this?
My wife, she got in the shower this morning and she was pretty upset.
Oh, wow, okay, what was that like?
She over here, she said,
What'd she say?
yeah, she said, she screamed, said, no hot water. And I was like, there's no hot water. And she said, there's no hot water. And she's like, aren't you listening to me? I'm like, oh shit, I'm sleeping, you know?
Yeah, that's
And
horrible.
I'm like, I get up, she's like, what do you want me to do? Fix the water heater. So I'm trying to fix the water heater and I see there's water leaking over the floor. And it's like, you can't do anything with it. So, oh my goodness, it was just, you know,
What was that like for you?
stressful.
I bet.
Stressful, because I had to go to work today. My wife is yelling at me, my son can't take a shower, he got special, problem with his asthma, and my daughter got eczema, she couldn't take her bath. It was just a nightmare. What a morning, nightmare morning, whole thing. It was like the worst case. I've never even had a bad morning like this, you know?
Wow. Can I just say something real quick?
What's that?
Joe, your family's definitely lucky to have you dealing with all that stress.
Really think so?
Absolutely.
That's so nice of you to say that. I mean, you want a cup of coffee?
Sure.
Cream and sugar or black?
Black with one sugar?
Oh, sure, black and one sugar, there you go.
Appreciate
That's a
that.
different one, it's a twist. Not sure, where's that? So yeah, so that's pretty much that, we're over here, and here's the water heater, the Binford 2110,
Wow.
the white
that
one,
guy.
it's a 40-gallon white one.
Okay, so let's take a look. Joe, can I ask you, you normally have somebody else take care of stuff for you?
Yeah, normally I have Acme, they came out last year and they lit the pilot light on it.
Why didn't you call him again today?
I don't wanna get into that.
Listen, just off the record, so I don't make the same mistake that he did. Could you tell me?
Alright, tell you what happened. So last time the guy came out and lit the pilot light, then he tried showing me how to light the pilot, and then he's like, okay, go down there and hold the red button, hold on your knees. So I'm a 60-year-old man, right? On my knees, he goes, yeah, no, hold the red button down, just keep holding it, okay? And let's just keep holding it, okay? Now, here's my lighter, go ahead and light it. And he lit it, and the flames singed my eyebrows off.
Oh, wow, I thought you just got him up. Okay.
And then Billy, the guy who was with me, he goes, that's a joke I play on all my customers. He goes, dude, your eyebrows are gone. And he was laughing. He took a picture of me, and he's like, you put that on the internet, I'll kill you. And he's like, no, dude, I gotta put it up there. And so he posted on Facebook, my picture of my singed eyebrows.
Wow.
You believe that? This guy
I
freaking
don't
plays that
believe
kind of
that.
shit?
I mean, did you call the manager by chance?
I did. I called the manager. He said that, yeah, Billy's a jokester. What can you do?
And what did the owner say about that?
So that's how plumbers are. You just, they're jokesters.
Wow. So you sure you don't want to give him another chance?
Are you crazy?
I'm just asking. You sure?
I'm done with these guys. I would never use them again. I had enough of that
You're done with
madness.
those guys.
That's
Okay.
what I mean. Listen, I have fun too, but not at the customer's expense. You know?
Right. Absolutely. Wow. Okay, so you're done with them.
I'm done, 100%. That's why I called you guys.
How'd you hear about us?
I got your name from a friend of ours. It was Lorraine Garcia, who lives right next door.
Okay, I know Lorraine. She's actually a pretty nice lady. What'd she
She
say?
is. She said you guys were a top-notch company. That Davis Services is not the cheapest, but you're the best.
Well, we're definitely a premium company. Did she happen to say anything else by chance?
Yeah, she said you guys always do the premium, mid-range economy choices every time. Will you do it now?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really good. I thought that was good. Yeah, so I was looking for that. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Do you mind if I go back and just let her know those nice things you said?
Lorraine?
Yeah.
You tell her I said hi.
Awesome, I will. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. And Joe, let me just say thank you to you also for letting us in and
That's
saying those
nice of you. You know, that's good. You know, I just made a brand new Philly cheesesteaks.
Come on now.
You like cheesesteak?
Absolutely.
It's got the real cheese whiz on it, you know.
It's not real then.
Yeah, it's gotta be. You
That's
gotta
okay,
have
I'll
cheese
take it.
It's a good fat though.
That's a good fat. I'll
It's a
take
good
it.
fat.
Gino's gonna pay.
This is a piece of cheesesteak. Here you go.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, anyway, so you take a look at this thing and let me know what you think, okay? And,
Absolutely.
so what'd you find here? Something nice and easy, Matt?
Well, I wish I could say it was easy. It's actually a little worse than I thought here, Joe.
Oh no.
My fear is that you guys are going to come home one day and just have water everywhere.
Oh,
I mean, that's a little bit of water on the floor now, but it's going to definitely be worse, I think.
what's the problem here exactly?
Well, you have a fault in your hot water containment system here,
Oh
Joe.
my God. Can it even be fixed?
Well, I can definitely come up with some options for you. So, I can come up with some premium, mid-range economy options. I think you might not like the premium option. It's a little too premium. It has a lot of service, and it's actually got a lot of safety issues. Safety upgrades that we can do for you. But you know, whatever the choice is, it's going to be your choice, and just do the best thing for your family.
Okay. So it's not that I'm gonna do it, I've already done it, make sure we got that straight, okay? But I'll leave it go, because that's a technicality. But yeah, so Joe, I've worked up some premium mid-range economy options at this point, make sense? All right, go ahead and tell me what you got here, so you get your
So,
options.
Joe, what I have here for you is,
Sure,
what'd you say about?
had the prices.
Okay, yeah, I got it good at that. All right.
Fold it over. Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's it. There you go. So you fold the paper right there. So you do that, there you go.
All right. So Joe, I named this one Wyatt and Karen's Dr. Free water heater containment renovation. Okay.
Wow, what's that?
So basically, it actually takes care of the water heater itself. All right. We're gonna give you some water quality. You don't have any water quality, and I know you.
No,
said
not at all, no.
One of your kids actually has the skin condition too.
Eczema, yeah.
So you know that'll definitely help you there. Okay.
Okay.
Furthermore, it's gonna give you a full supply system upgrade down in your basement here.
What's that mean?
Okay. So basically, all your pipes down here, you see how old they are. They're all
Yeah,
pretty,
yeah,
they have all the
yeah.
oxidation on it.
Yeah.
That's not great, right? So it'll give you all that brand new. You won't have to worry about it ever again.
Wow.
Okay? The reason you won't have to worry about it is because we're gonna give you a 10-year service and warranty on everything that we do here.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So furthermore, what it gets you is not a conventional water heater. It'll actually get you what's called a power vented water heater system. So you know those asthma issues that your daughter has, they're pretty much going to go away because your your exhaust movement system here is just completely faulted too. You know, it's got cracks in it everywhere. So what this does is it
Much
takes it
safer.
outside. Much safer. Much safer. It's about 30% more efficient.
That sounds good.
It is pretty good. So
Anything else?
well, what I did here for you is I worked up some economy options. You know, you can take a look at those.
Hang on, what about the service plan?
Well, the service plan goes for 10 years, so, you know, basically, come Christmas time, if you have a problem with that hot water heater, how much would you normally pay for somebody to come out?
Could be $1,000 in Pleasant, New Jersey.
Not with us, we'll come out for free. At 10
Wow.
o'clock at night, midnight, 1 o'clock, when Santa Claus is dropping those things on the
Really?
tree. Yep.
How much is all this stuff gonna cost there?
What do you think it would cost?
You gotta be talking $10,000 at least.
You wanna triple that?
$30,000?
No, I'm just kidding.
How much
It's
is
actually
that?
$10,000.
Is it really?
Yep, it's $10,099.
That's not bad.
So what do we do?
What should we do?
What should we do?
That's bad. Can I tell you something, Matt?
What's that?
This is more money than I thought it was gonna be.
Well, we are a premium company, it's definitely a premium investment, which we do.
Can you email this to me and I'll call you back later?
I can actually do you one better job.
What's that?
I can just take this top option completely out if you want it. Okay. You
No.
can take a look at what else we have to offer.
No, I like that one. That's one I like.
It's a great choice. We like that.
Well, let me get 10-year warranty, 10-year service, do water purification, and the water heater, the way you talked about, that's perfect, actually.
So what should we do?
Can you do anything on the price, like get me down from 10,000, get that down to like 9,000 something, like 9,500?
Joe, if I brought down the price, I'd have to cut corners on safety. We talked about the safety with your daughter.
True.
What should we do?
The only thing is my wife's not here, it's 10 large about my wife being here, you know?
What, let me ask you this, Joe. If your wife was here, right, how would she normally buy when it comes to safety?
Should go with the 40,000 number one.
Okay, so what should we do?
Let's get the hot water back on for me.
If I told you I can get you the hot water back on today, what would happen?
It's just a lot of money. You know you're more money than the competition, because I saw the other guy, he's at like $1,700.
When the other guy came out, did he happen to customize 6 different options for your family and you?
Not at all.
Okay, what should we do?
So you expect me to do this today?
I expect you to do what's right for your family, Joe.
$10,000, let's do that one. We're screwing around. Let's get it done.
You sure you don't want to take a look at those cheaper options?
No, I like that top one. That's what I want.
Okay, so what should we do?
Let's do the top one, $10,099.
Okay, how do you want to pay for that today?
Can I do a Visa card?
If I told you we could take a Visa, what would happen then?
I just do it.
We just do it? All right, let's get this together.
One more time.
What should we do?
Let's get it done. All right, brother. He actually was ready. He literally was ready. Who would have thought it? Here we go. Idea. With a master cell phone.
There it is.
Yep, you go. Okay, where's the certificate? Okay, here's the stuff.
I'll just hold up the mic.
Calamuso's over there trying to figure out.
There we
New
go.
Jersey, another Jersey boy. You guys know you're from the same neighborhood in that area?
Oh, really?
He's
You didn't
Jersey?
tell me that. He said he came here from Jersey, but he didn't say he was from there.
He's from there.
Yep, yep, bring home.
You
Alright,
guys,
so let's go back home.
I'll see you back there for Thanksgiving. You guys get back, yeah. If your family needs plumbing.
What's that?
It's one of my favorite songs. I was in the mosh pit for these guys. Weren't you in the? I think I saw you in the mosh pit for that one. Weren't you? Neil Diamond. Too. All right, good. Have a good one. Thank you, Matt. Thanks so much. Get them all the swag. You get Natty Ice all the swag.
What size shirt are you?
2.
2 extra large.
Big hat, small hat?
Big hat, please.
Okay.
Big hat, please. I gotta try one of those hats. I haven't tried that. The t-shirts I've tried.
I'll take the cash too.
The pop, I mean, obviously the pop socket. You know, this is one of the weirdest things. Like, I would never have thought these things would be any good, but this whole thing here,
That never comes off.
it's underrated. It's under.
But it never, that
Never, I never
stickiness
had, never,
came off
never,
after
yeah.
that one?
It does come off. It's actually funny. You can peel it off if you want to.
I just keep thinking, God forbid.
It goes right back on. It's crazy. It's magic. It's like a unicorn. Who'd have thought it? I would be like, why? I'm like, this is bull. Why do we do that? Why do we even buy these? Now I'm like, where's my thing? The only hard part is it doesn't have the charging. You have to take it out of the case to do the one charging. It doesn't really. It's got buffers that wipe my charge. All right, good stuff there, huh? So how many people have we done right now? We've done 6 or 7?
Six, you did.
Probably should do 1 or 2 more. So let's do 1 more right now, and we'll do 1 after. Let's wait. You're a local guy, so let's let the guys. Who has plane flights tomorrow? Who's got the? You got a plane flight?
Even worse, I gotta drive.
Yeah, but you're done already.
I gotta drive with Charlie, man.
Charlie has
With Charlie.
I gotta make sure Charlie.
That's the caveat.
Charlie's gotta see he's gotta see like everybody twice before he goes. Like,
How'd you know?
I'm
waiting for Saturday.
He's gonna sleep at our house on Friday night. You're welcome anytime. We have
I'll be
extra.
here
We have
Saturday
a,
morning.
anytime you guys need a room, we have a spare bedroom at our place. And just let me know so I can leave town when you come over. And, no, it's fine. We have an extra bedroom. We have an extra bedroom. You have to clean the house though. Okay. But good stuff. All right. So let's say one more guy. Let's say that Ron. Give Ron a big round of applause.
All right.
Can I get this? Here. Put that in your pocket on the left hand side. This side? Go there, yeah. I'll take care of this for you. I'll mic you up. As the unofficial sound down there. There he is. All right, here we go. We got a water heater. Is that what we're doing, Ron? Quiet on the set. Ron is ready to go. All right. Wilson's must sit down now. It's time for Wilson time. Wilson's. Just kind of distracting. Don't hit the TV when you go. Here we go. Ready? Not too much pressure, Ron. After all that, I don't know how you do with all that distraction. Here we go. We'll see how though in a second. Ding dong. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Ron from John Becky and Son Paul.
Nice to meet you, Ron.
Nice to meet you, Joe.
Yeah.
So what do we have the pleasure to come out here today for?
Right now we have a problem with the water heater. It's not working, and we have no hot water. We're freezing our duty off with the water.
Oh, boy. So what were we hoping to accomplish today?
I got to take a look at it and tell me what's wrong.
So just to be certain, you didn't want to get any work, you just want to take a look at it?
No, I got to get it fixed. I mean, I took off work and everything.
Sure.
You know, yeah.
Okay. All right, very good.
So, just one more time. So, Joe, what do you want to?
So Joe, what did you want to do?
I want to get it fixed.
You do
Took
wanna
off
get it
work,
fixed.
yeah. So, yeah, I was told you could fix it today. Can you fix it today?
We'll certainly take a look at that.
Let's go take a look at it here. It's over here, yeah. So, let's walk down. So, watch your head on that beam, okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
All right. So who found the problem first?
Oh, my wife, Julie, she found the problem. She woke up in the shower and she started screaming. It was too cold. You know?
Oh boy. What did she say?
She was livid. She started yelling at the kids, and I said, "What's going on here?" And she said, "Well, I just have no hot water, and now I'm gonna be late for work." And she She goes, this is all your fault anyway, you never take care of everything around here, I have to call everybody, you know, you never call anybody. I said, no, I'm gonna call somebody, I know a guy, John Bethke and Sons, and so I made the phone call and I called for her. She was pretty upset, you know.
Well, what was that like? Yeah.
It's not a good start to your Thursday. I'm ready to get ready for the weekend. Now we gotta spend it with a plumber the day before. I have a bunch of stuff at work. I'm too busy for this thing. You know what I'm saying, around? So it's more than I didn't want to have to spend all this time, you know?
Boy, can I say something, Joe?
What's that?
Listen, I just wanted to say, you know, they're very fortunate to have you. At least you're taking the time out from your busy day to take care of this. And it makes me want to be a better person, you know?
Really?
Kudos to you for doing that.
That's so nice of you. Thanks so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
You want a glass of water or a cup of coffee?
Cup of coffee sounds great.
Cream and sugar or
Cream
black?
and sugar, please.
Cream and sugar's my best way. Here you go.
Awesome.
There you go.
Thank
So, yeah, so that's the thing right here is the Benford water heater right
Wow. Okay. Have you ever had anyone else take care of this kind of issue for you before in the past?
there. Oh, yeah. I
Family,
have
friend, anybody?
Acme company's always taking care of it. You know, they're over on Milwaukee.
Oh,
Acme.
okay. Is any reason why you didn't call them out here today?
No, I don't want to get into it. It was kind of a negative situation, Ron.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, right.
Just off the record, because I don't want to make the same mistake. Could you elaborate?
Elaborate? Well, I hate to bring it up, but, well, I'll tell you. The guy was down here last time down in the basement, and you know, my daughter has her computer down here, her laptop, and I'm sitting upstairs, he's trying to it's like a pilot or something like that, and all of a sudden I hear, I'm like, what's going on down there? So I walk down the stairs, and he's surfing porn on my daughter's computer. I'm like, what are you doing with it? He goes, I'm trying to shut it off. He said, just start doing it by itself. I'm like, dude, I said, it doesn't do it by itself. I said, you know, you shouldn't be on somebody else's computer. You shouldn't touch the stuff. It's not your, and then my daughter's computer's got malware and she's got pictures of genitalia and stuff like that. She's only 12 years old, you know what I'm saying there? Poor girl.
That's horrible, Joe.
It is.
Did you happen to talk to a manager?
I did. I called the manager. He said that, you know, that Billy is, he went through a divorce, I guess, and he's kind of, you know, he's kind of obsessed with women now. I guess he's got a women problem, you know. Yeah.
How about the owner? Did you talk to him?
I did. I called the owner. He wouldn't take my calls. I don't know what he was doing, so I had no idea. I couldn't get a hold of him. So it was just after 7 years I used him before, so you'd think
Wow.
he'd freaking come across and call me,
Well,
but he
listen,
didn't call.
I know you've had a relationship with him and stuff, and maybe you just, you know, one guy that's off the tracks, but you shouldn't want to give him a second chance.
No, I'm not working with those guys, Ron. I've had enough of that. I'm not working with that
Sure,
anymore.
maybe there's somebody else there. You
No,
should.
no.
No?
That's why I called Bethke, actually.
Oh. How'd you happen to find out about us?
Well, it was a friend of mine from work. The guy who does our building manager, Earl Wagner, told me about you guys.
Oh, that was nice. What did he have to say?
Earl said that you guys were neat, you're clean, you get the job done, you're just top-notch people.
Well, that's nice. What, anything else that he said?
Oh yeah, he said you were the best. You weren't the cheapest, but you're definitely the best. They're top-notch. There's nobody better than you guys, for sure.
That's really great to hear. Can I say thank you for sharing those kind words, and can I ask you one other thing?
Sure.
Would you mind if I went and told him a big thank you? I really appreciate it.
Oh, really, Earl?
Absolutely.
You tell Earl I said hi. He's a great guy. He loves you guys anyway. And he just thinks you're the
Yeah,
best.
definitely let him know. I appreciate that.
Yeah, tell him I said hi, okay?
I sure will.
So what'd you find, Ron? Something nice and easy? What'd you come up with?
Well, it's a little more serious than I thought,
Oh,
Joe.
wow.
You've got a fracture fault in your hot water containment system down
Oh,
there, and my
no.
greatest fear is it's just gonna get worse, and I see that really nice basement down there that your daughter does her homework down there. It's got her computer
Oh.
equipment down there.
I get to watch the Bears games down there and everything.
Yeah, so,
Jeez. What
but
can
don't worry, we've got
can
solutions for that. I put some solutions together for that.
Mhm.
Some of our premium, mid-range, and economy. But some of the premium one, the top one might be a little more than you might be interested in.
Uh-huh.
So there is other ones in there that may be more of what you expected.
Uh-huh.
But when it's all said and done, do me a favor, take a look at it, take a look at all of them, and just pick what's best for you and your family. That's most important.
I will. So what do you got here? What's the top option called?
Well, my top option, Joe, I call it the Premium Plus Anxiety-Free for Joe and Julie Hot Water Delivery System Renovation.
Wow.
Okay?
That's kind of good. That's what I need.
What I included in here, Joe, is taking care of the problem at hand, of course, the leaking hot water
Yeah, yeah.
containment system, to go with endless hot water. So whenever we have an issue, everyone will always have enough hot
Mhm.
water. And it's also a brand new delivery system. I take care of all the delivery piping system down and get rid of all that galvanized steel that's down there. So if we have a new
Oh, wow.
containment in there, we're not gonna
So
foul it up.
redoing all the pipes down there?
All the pipes down there.
They're
that's
all
gonna be
falling
included.
apart, yeah.
I don't want that to be an issue, and also, I know you're traveling a lot, like you said before, and you're not home that much, so I
Mhm.
also included an emergency water shut-off system on that, so if there's ever any issues, it's gonna turn the water off
Mm.
to the house and alert you right to your phone. So even if you're not home, hey, you can give us a call, we'll be able to take care of it, whether you're here or 3 states away.
Wow, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah. And then also included in there, I included a humidification control system.
Mhm.
So I know you said about your son having a respiratory issue and your daughter with the skin condition. Want to make sure that the humidity in that house is comfortable and safe for them so they can benefit from this too.
Wow.
Also, and lastly, I included a 10-year can't write a check service warranty and maintenance and warranty, all included in there. So no matter what, we're taking care of that for you for the next 10 years. Not you, not anybody.
I can't believe you're doing that, Ron. That's crazy. How much is all that stuff gonna cost? I mean, it sounds kinda, can I tell you, it sounds kinda pricey.
Take a guess, Joe. How much do you think something like that would cost?
I can imagine you're probably talking at least, 10, 15,000, what do you think?
Wow, I triple that, Joe.
10 or 15, say 30,000?
No, actually,
45?
I'm just kidding, Joe. No, it's
How much?
$27,790.
Oh, wow.
What should we do?
So 27,007, that does everything down there, so I'm kinda starting over again there. With all the piping and everything.
That's right, Joe. Premium solution. What should we do?
Yeah, the other plumbers have all told me about that piping, everybody's been mentioning it.
What should we do, Joe?
Can I tell you something though? And just a little bit
Sure.
more, it's a little bit more than I thought it was gonna be. I gotta admit that, can I let you know that?
Well, Joe, what we could do is, we could take that top option off. There are other options that are more economical.
No, I like
Should we do?
I like the top one.
What do you like about that one?
I mean, it gives me everything, you know, the whole piping and the water heating and everything. So
What should we
it's
do?
more than I thought it was gonna be, but can you do anything on the price? Like 27,000, could you bring that down to closer to 24,000, something like that?
Well, Joe, that's why there is the other choices there. There's plenty of other choices there. That's why they're there.
No, I like that top one.
What's good about that one?
It's got the 10-year warranty and 10-year service and the water purification. That's good.
That's why I put that in, because I know it'll help give you peace of mind, Joe. So
Well.
what should we do?
The only thing is my wife isn't here and, you know, she's in North Dakota at a Lutheran retreat. It's kinda hard to do that when she's not here, you know.
Well, Joe, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
When she is here, when you guys are purchasing major purchases, I mean, how does Julie usually tend to shop?
She goes to the premium.
Premium. Okay, then what should we do?
Yeah, I'm telling you, can you email this and I'll call you back tomorrow?
I can do better than that, Joe. I can do it right now for you. What should we do?
So you want me to do it right now, huh?
Well, really what I want you to do is make the best decision for you and your family. So what should we do?
I do have to have the hot water on. If I do this top option, we'll at least get the hot water working for tonight, and come back and finish tomorrow?
If I said I could get that hot water running for you tonight, Joe, then what would happen?
We do that top one.
Then what should we do?
24,736, let's do that one.
What should we do?
That one there.
Good, how would you like to pay for that, Joe?
Can you bill me?
We take all forms of payment, Joe. What would you like to do?
American Express?
If I said I took American Express, then what would happen?
We just do it then.
What should we do?
Let's do it. Nice job, Ronnie. All right. Yay, Ron. That's a good one. Hey, if somebody ever says, "Can you bill me?" Always say, "Well, actually, yeah, we could do instant billing."
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
That's what we trained. We actually trained our entire team to say that. Say anytime somebody says, "Can you bill me?" Oh yeah, we do instant billing. You use a Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discover.
That's actually, I'm already,
That's where you want to do that.
Yeah.
So. Fellow union plumber, here he is.
You gotta wash
Good job, Ron.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you.
Thanks.
Amazing, you're amazing.
Thanks.
You were already good
Pleasure,
before you
Ron.
came here, but now you're great.
Thank you.
Let's make Ron great again. Great still. Keep it going still. Good job, Ron. Especially for a hard-working plumber like yourself all those years. How many years have you been doing this for?
2020 will be 40 years.
40 years. Holy cow.
What's that shirt again?
He's rivaling me.
Big hat?
Try the small one. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, I just wanted to tell you, we have a guy that does checkups for us just one day a week.
Uh-huh.
Has never used flat rate, doesn't know anything about options.
Uh-huh.
And he had an indoor coil that was leaking, so I just made up some options right now. And then he sold gold indoor coil for $5,400 with
Wow.
a 3-year warranty. Just by offering the
What do
option.
you think, Charlie?
Doesn't know the script, doesn't
It's
know
already
nothing.
paying off.
Yeah.
You put a little dent in the tuition there.
Yeah.
Good for you guys, good for you. Well, that's great, I'm glad to, so you just said, here, just show it to them and say, what should we do?
That's what I did, yeah.
Shut up and say, what should we do? There you go. Really, if you're ever in a slump and you having trouble, just really say less and say, here's the prices, what should we do? And really, if it came down to that, you most likely would do very well.
Does that
So,
mean I get to do that with you, then?
if you want,
What
you
should we
can.
do?
Charlie comes up, what should we do? Here's the prices, what should we do?
Tried, it doesn't work.
That's Charlie's takeaway from the class is, hey, quit bitching and whining, what should we do? What are you bitching and moaning about? Just buy the thing, what should we do? That's his takeaway from the class.
Well, it used to be, do you want it or not?
Take it or leave it, for God's sake. No, real quick, I want to finish up a few more things, and then we can maybe do one later on after the class is over, do a couple more. We're trying to keep it light. Tomorrow morning we start some, maybe we get them all done early, even before the class, like say 7:30. For the 7:30 and 9, we have an hour and a half, maybe we do 2 or 3 there, so probably wrap up just about everybody, I think, before we start, maybe have it just a couple stragglers for later and things like that, but if we could, that'd be great. We'll do one more after the class is over with today here toward the end. But we do want to kind of finish up here with the rest of what we talked about. I want to go to the next thing, the convince me step. Go to the convince me step variations. There's different things on the convince me step. It's kind of what you're talking about. Like, you guys see that in this book? It's after see, keep going in the advanced section there. Oh yeah, did you find it? Anybody find it? Convince me step.
I've got this convince me stuff here, it's on page 34.
And go after the.
I only have the 4 walls.
It's after the 4 walls, right? Right there. Oh, you're right. Keep going, one more time. Oh, right here, this is one here. Yeah. Television opportunity calls, convince me stuff is called. Go to that thing there. It's over on page 9. It's in that, the pages are script. We're redoing the
Past the
book.
good.
You'll get the good, next year we'll send you the good books for next year. You got it, right there.
They hit the whole right button like 6 times.
Well, we could have left the pages out and said, screw you.
Over there, bro.
Anyway, we gave you a bobblehead, what do you want?
Yes,
Why do you think we're giving away so much free shit?
Oh, you got my bobblehead.
I got my stress ball.
You didn't get the bobble, you got a bobble.
I got my stress ball. I'm gonna put that on.
You got a stress ball?
Yeah, Justin told me one of
A
them.
Jobby stress ball.
Probably just let me squeeze in his hand when we go home tomorrow.
Yeah, that's good. That's stress ball. So on the convince me step, the enthusiastic clients are just normal. I don't think we have to go over that too much. If somebody's committing, you just say, so Joe, what do you want to accomplish then, right? If somebody is neutral, yeah, right now we're just getting estimates type of thing. Then I would say, if you're not sure about, maybe you should stop at that point. If you're not sure what they want to do, okay, Joe, well, if you're saying you don't know, you just want to get an estimate, so you're saying you don't, in a way, the stop would be, so Joe, you're not sure what you want to do, so if you're not sure what you want to do, we could just stop the call if you're not sure if you want to get an air conditioning unit. Right now, I'm not sure what I want to do. Somebody says I'm not sure about it, right? Somebody says they're just a neutral. Neutral would also be somebody saying I'm just getting prices in a way. So Joe, you're just getting prices. We're not going to be getting any air conditioning unit. It sounds like we don't need to really do the job. Then it sounds like we're not going to do the work at all, or you're not going to make a purchase at any time, type of thing. That'd be that stopping point there again, right? And the negative people, the client pushback. Don't you want the job? How about this one? So if you do these 3 things here, especially if you do the thing where somebody's negative, let's go to the negative line. That's really the one we want to kind of work on. Let's do the neutral and the negative. What does that sound like? So Yeah, right now, I just want to take a look at it and tell me what's going on. So go ahead, John, if you don't mind reading that neutral client, to convince me stuff. What does that sound like?
Do you want me to just read it at the top? Or
Yeah, just read it, yeah.
Okay. We're thinking about getting a new furnace. I'm not sure when or if we're even going to do this right now, but right now we just want some prices to get a budget to save some money.
Does that sound fair? You guys might see that? Yeah, go ahead and tell me on that. Go ahead, read it off now. Read the other part.
Joe, one thing you should know about me is that I don't sell my services to people who don't want them or need them. So if you're not sure about this, why don't we just put this call off to the side until you and your family decide whether this is something you really want or need.
So if here's somebody who says they're not sure if they want to do it, right there, put it on pause until you're sure, right? Why don't we just stop until you guys are more sure? And what does the customer say at that point? Well, no, I'm gonna get the furnace put in, right? Type of thing. Are you sure, Joe? Because I want to push you into it. No, I gotta get that done. You kind of see how that would work? So at least we got in place the part where I'm not sure if I want to do it or not. Well, I can tell you one thing. Nobody takes off work for 4 hours and meets with a sales guy unless they want to do it. Just like you, unless you were thinking, like, have you ever said to yourself, I think I just want to go to a car dealership for no reason at all when I don't need a car? Ever did that before?
I did.
Nobody would do it, and nobody ever just says, time to go to the car dealership and spend 3 hours of my life on something I'm not gonna do. Now, if there was something, you may wanna see what's involved with the new cars, because you're probably saying, well, we'll look at it next year or whatever, but you're probably gonna buy a car, if you're going there, because why would you pick out the car? I mean, you don't wanna see that, right? And so, you're probably thinking, now let's go to negative clients. What's that negative client sound like? John, if you don't mind reading the negative clients part of it.
Yeah.
I'll have somebody else do that, have Oscar do this other one, so go ahead, read what the negative client would say.
You're the last person we wanted to see this winter. Just so you know, we're not gonna buy anything today. We're just getting prices.
Yeah, just so you know, you're the last person I want to see. I mean, this Thanksgiving's coming up. I don't have any money anyway, but take a look at the sewer system and tell me what you can do to take a look at it for me, Oscar.
One thing you should know about me is that I don't sell my services to people who don't want them or need them. It sounds to me like you really don't want to do this right now. Why don't we just put this call off to the side until you really want or need this?
Well, we gotta get it done. We have no sewers. The sewers aren't working, Oscar. So Joe, if I stayed here today and did it, we got the prices for you, what would happen then? Didn't get that.
Joe, well, if I stay here and got the prices together for you, what would happen then?
Let's just get it done. I took off work. Let's get the damn thing done. I didn't stay here for nothing. So guys, I know you're saying like, how ridiculously, somebody turns their mind around 100% like that. Like, I'm not buying anything today, and all of a sudden they are buying something today. You're probably thinking that can't happen. It probably wouldn't happen. It happens all the time. It's when you do it the right way. It's just like Justin. Like, you can't just make people schedule when they want to get an email. They're gonna argue with us about it. And if you think they're gonna argue with you about it, then they're gonna argue. But if you don't think it, I'm like, they're not gonna argue. We're just gonna do it our way. If you want to argue, I'm not gonna participate in an argument. So one thing you should know about arguments is I don't participate in them. If you want to argue with me, you have to call a different company to argue. I tell you right now, if we're gonna do it our way, here's how we do it. You know. So if you're not enthusiastic about getting it done, let's just put it on pause and do it that way. Now, if you did that, like you just did that, you might get a client to say the next thing, which is, well, don't you want to sell me a water heater? Don't you want my money? What are you saying? You don't want to do it, Jake? Hit me, Jake, with the next thing here. Go on to that one. Here we go. I mean, don't you want my money, Jake? I mean, you're saying you don't want to sell me a water heater? You too good for me? Go ahead. You're in that next part there. Pushback.
Money's not my master. The reason I do my job is to find customized solutions for you and your family. That's what I live for. So if you're not sure about this, we could do one of two things. We could stop this call and give you more time to figure out if this is really for you, or we could continue it. Think you really need or want this for your family. What should we do?
We got to get it done, Jake. I mean, I want to get this thing done. So stop. Don't gotta be like that.
Okay, that's great, John. Wait.
Yeah, you got it.
Why did you decide to consider investing in the new heat pump?
That's not there.
No?
So we're done with that. So pretty much we got that done there, right? So Joe, are you sure? Because I don't want to push you into it. It could be like that at the very end of that, right? But that's the kind of thing right there. It's like, don't you want my money, or don't you? Are you saying you don't want to do the job? Are you lazy? You don't want to do the job? No, Joe. I don't want. Of course, I'd love to do the job, but I got to tell you right now is that I don't force people into this. You have to want a service before you continue here. Question.
How about your
as an example, your newer homeowner who just recently moved into a residence, they're proactive, they're preemptive, they don't wanna wait for it to break, we don't know, we wanna get it done before it breaks. We don't have any idea what it costs, Joe, that's why we called you out here today.
Well, what if I could find a way to, you know how much it costs? So, our goal, here's how we do things, Ron. We look at the whole system, give you a full report, and then we give you some premium mid-range economy options. The goal is for us to give you the options that you find. Would you be willing to pick out your favorite one if I found something for you?
Sure.
Would you be willing to help me modify it so we could find something that's perfect for you and your family?
Sure.
And then if it was affordable, if I found a way to save, our goal would be to save enough money on utilities, on breakdown, on staying home from work, to where the amount of money you put into the water heater is a net zero. Basically, it's paying for itself based on saving the other money and the headaches. You know what I'm saying? If I said it could come, if I could come close to that, what would happen then? What would happen then?
Maybe we would consider doing it now. then.
Maybe. If you're not sure, we could just stop the call.
Well, it depends on the cost, I have no idea.
If I could come down to, if it came down where it's almost net zero, hardly anything.
Then we'd probably do it, if it's gonna be net zero, yeah, we'd
I
probably
mean,
go
yeah,
ahead and do it then.
I mean, how much money does it take off work like it did today and wait for me?
Yeah, that would be a lot, that's a lot more than
You
zero.
gotta keep doing that over and over, and how about the water heater flooding in the basement, how about that?
Yeah.
So we could just not do it if you wanted to just take your chances. If you
No,
wanna continue, we
no,
could
I'd rather
though.
continue and see what it looks like.
Okay. If I did show it to you and you liked it, what would happen?
Yeah, we might just do it then.
If you didn't like it, just tell me no, okay?
Okay.
We
fair
got a
enough.
decision. That's why we do that. So in a way, a little jujitsu, right? This is really a golden page right here, because you know, it's like you know, the premium mid-range economy options, find the one that's affordable, net zero. What would happen then? You know, you're not sure with the budget? I can help with the budget. You know, we could probably find a way to help it pay for itself actually. So I kind of use that method to try to say overcome the budgetary situation here. You know, because if you think about it, you know, say, sometimes you put it this way, guys, but you know, the biggest cost is the cost of waiting. That's the expensive way. While you wait, the repairs start to stack up and keep happening, and you pay for those. You keep paying high utility bills that you're paying. You're putting the utility company's president's son through college instead of your son. Then you are taking off work how many times, and then you're damaging the system as well, and getting higher medical bills because of the, you know, the stuff, the contaminants are in the water that you're not taking care of as well too. So if we can help you save money on all that stuff and just put that money toward your family's health and well-being, what would happen then? Like that's that kind of way of doing it. Make sense? So try to say, well, here's the things we would save. Here's how much, you know, the investment would be something that would be there too. The idea would be the investment would be equal or just a little bit more or less compared to all the money you'd be spending right now. You know, I would let people know, make them aware that you're spending money now. You know, that you know the amount of money it would take to purchase an air conditioning system would be a lot less money than what you're doing right now, Joe. Just you can say it that plain. You want to make it more of a plain spoken way. You know, Joe, I can understand about looking for the budget, but the biggest, the most, I remember the expensive versus the economical way, and that during that turnover, you're going to need that. That'd be a good time. You know, the expensive way is to wait and not do anything. And then you have breakdowns, you have repairs.
Loss of revenue.
Loss of revenue, you said you're taking off work, you're not getting that, and all that kind of stuff. Now, the economical way would be to purchase it, and we even have a way you can do it where you use our money instead of your money. We actually loan you money at 0% interest, and we get the job done without any interest at all. If I said I could do a way where you could just get the thing done without having to pay for any money, we give you that money for free to use for 8 years, what would happen then? Well, good, that's what I need to know. So if I did that, what would happen? See how they convince me stuff? That's definitely, you gotta know how to play that jujitsu game. Now, if somebody still resists you after all that, there's still resistance, you know, you might want to still go forward. Maybe you say, take a chance and go forward. I have nothing else I'm doing. I drove 20 minutes out here. We'll see what happens. You still have other chances to take it away from people yet that you decided. I'll tell you what, Joe. I'm going to go forward anyway, and we'll just see what happens. But I'm really going to need to hear you want to get this thing before I go forward at some point, right? If you decide to go forward, it still hasn't been done yet, really, right? You know, the biggest, most influential time to get to convince me stuff is like on maintenance calls. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Nobody's committed to anything on an inspection. They think it's free. You called me and you said it was time to get the inspection done of our maintenance agreement, right?
Mhm.
You ever get called on those plumbing inspections?
Oh, probably do a couple a week, everybody.
Does a couple a week, right? So, so on those calls, it's definitely hard to get the commitment stuff. Hey, Joe, so I'm here to do the inspection. So, Joe, I'm here as your plumbing concierge. Is there anything you want me to look at today beside the inspection? Anything else? You get a plumber for free today. Is there anything else you want me to look at while I'm here today for free?
Yeah, with a gold mine.
And then they could say, yeah, I do. What else? And then you get that convincing stuff there. If I find a way to fix whatever you're saying, what would happen? So that's there. Now, if they don't, they say, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, no, I don't want to spend anything. I just called you here. Okay, good. So how'd you ever get an agreement? Phase 2, right? Second, I gave you a second chance at convince me. How'd you ever get a service agreement? Well, they had a breakdown 2 years ago. Well, if I found something that would be like that breakdown, what would happen there? Yeah, well then I get it fixed. Okay, so you get the second chance there. If they don't commit there, you can say, well, I'm gonna look at the whole system, give you a full report, and give you some premium mid-range economy options. If I did that, and we found something that affected the safety or health of your family, what would happen then? I don't wanna buy anything today, Joe. So all three things, I give you 3 chances to make a commitment there. And it's all good, right? So it's probably most likely gonna happen.
The one I throw in there at the end is, so if I found something today, you don't want me to bring it to your attention at all? You just want me to?
No, I'm good. I don't want to hear about it.
So you don't wanna know
And,
about
and you might think that doesn't work to your advantage, but you're wrong. Because here's what's going to happen next. Now he goes through the diagnosis. He does some magic moments with me and my family, right? Now he comes back. Well, now so we still haven't done the convince me stuff because I gave him 3 chances to commit, but he hasn't committed. It doesn't mean I throw it away. I say a choice. I want to continue, but I can't really commit 100%. Joe, you're making it hard, really. You sure? Because I don't want to proceed unless you do. Yeah, I want to I do want to get, like, you can't get out of the maintenance call because they're paying you, already paid for it. So that's going to be, that's one of the ones you can't disqualify yourself because they paid you. Same with the diagnostic that somebody paid for. It's difficult when people paid for it to say, I'm out of here, type of thing. That's different. So, here's the twist. So now we found something like the water quality, right? Well, good news and bad news. I finished the inspection. That's the good news. I finished the inspection. Isn't that great? And the actual piping in the plumbing system is actually perfect, like you said. There is some a fault, though, a deterioration fault with some of the piping. Let me ask you a question. Maybe this will help. How important is the reliability of the plumbing system downstairs, considering you just remodeled the basement? Is that a big expense for the basement to get remodeled with that flat screen TV and the carpet and everything down there?
Thousands.
What would happen if there was something that would preemptively happen due to the old 62-year-old piping that could cause damage to that investment that you made? How would you feel about that?
I'd be upset beyond belief.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that either. Me too. That's why I'm glad I came here today, because right now, there's no water purification system which would help us to get rid of the minerals and harsh chemicals inside the water. And secondly, the piping down there has there's no emergency water alarm to shut the things off, or if you have a leak down there, it would just keep leaking and flooding your basement when you were gone. How would you feel about that? Really bad. Really, what would you feel about that? To flood your whole basement and you spent how much money to remodel it? It'd be bad. Okay, well, that's okay. So I'm surprised that I found that, aren't you? That the piping is old. We have no water alarm. We have no water. We have no automatic water shut off. I'm surprised. Are you surprised too about that? You're probably surprised they even existed, those solutions, right?
Right.
They didn't exist 2 years ago, to be honest with you, when we were with that first repair we did. But the automatic water shop just something just came out last year, So I was surprised when I saw the opportunity for it in your house. Now, since you weren't expecting it, I'm not going to tell you about it anymore. I'm going to stop our conversation right now. So my advice would be, I did have the solutions right here to get it fixed. So if you're interested in looking at them, let me know. But if you're not, I'm just gonna go ahead and put them on file. And then when the water does break loose, and you do have, maybe the carpet gets damp down there, and the walls get all full of water, get saturated, then we'll go ahead and show you how to fix it at that point. Would you want to just wait till that happens and then fix it, or you want to do it now? What do you think there? Well, can you at least show me the options? Well, if I showed it to you, what would happen then? Well, obviously, if it was something we could do, I want to get it done. what would be the thing, like, if we could do? What would be the thing that's the problem there? Well, I mean, I don't know how much money it's going to cost. Well, what if I said it was a fraction of what a flooded basement would cost? Yeah, I mean, of course, that's stupid. I got to get it done. Okay, So you kind of see how that the different waves on the ocean started eroding it away. And from the very beginning, it was to convince me, even the ones that failed, the convince me stuff that failed, kind of led us to this thing here, where I gave them this twist here, and got us to go forward with this thing. So you kind of see what I'm saying, that if I present the solutions to you, I pretty much know I'm going to sell it. Like, I don't have any doubt that you're going forward, because I heard you say that if I show you the options, you're going to make a purchase. Because otherwise, I wouldn't show you the options. Does that make sense? You wouldn't have seen them. That's that part there. So that's going to be tomorrow. We're going to cover that maintenance call more there. So on the convince me step, it's a tricky thing, and probably not going to solve it right here in one afternoon. But you do have some good ideas here on what you could try. If you want to add on to that, the expensive way or the economical way, which way would you like to do it? Because the lead turnover choices between showing you the problem or not showing you the problem. I'm not even talking about selling the problem. I'm just saying even showing it to you, right? That could be the first convince me. You know, convince me has got different levels. It's not always just buying. Could be like, so Joe, you're never going to get a furnace then? No, we're going to get one. See, now it's convinced me I'm going to get one. But you're not going to do it now? No, I'm not going to do it now. Why not? Because I'm not sure how much it's going to cost. Well, if I found a way to make it affordable, where it would be net zero, some zero, what would happen then? Yeah, we just do it then. Okay, we'll see how close we can come. So at least you want to get a commitment that if the money was affordable, we could get it done. That's all we need to get. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be a full, like, I'm going to pay all this money commitment, but a commitment if I could afford it, we get it done. Make sense? That's good. Now, if somebody is unwilling to give you any commitment in the commitment step, they just are hard, stone cold, uncommitted, and no matter what you do, they don't crack. The armor doesn't crack. Can I tell you what the story of that is? So you write this down if you got to. If the customer doesn't crack on the convince me step, you can't crack them. Can I tell you what the issue is? Here's my super simple secret. If the customer doesn't crack on the convince me step, they already have plan B in place. They already have a contract signed with somebody else. Because why would they be so resistant to committing to a plumber who wants to get the job done if they don't already have something in place? That's why they're not committing, because if I can't commit to 2 fucking plumbers. It's like being married and some woman you first meet, if you were to start ever doing something so bad like messing around on your wife, the person you're messing around with says, I want to get married, we have our whole future ahead of us, and then you start pumping the brakes, like, well, hold on there, I'm not getting ready to get married at all. We can never get married, actually. Why not? Like, can we ever get married? What? Never? I mean, I thought you said you loved me. Well, yeah, I mean, to a certain degree, but love is only. So somebody never wants to get married to somebody, especially when they're in love with that person, because they already got somebody they're married to, and they know that's illegal. You can't be doing that, not in this state. Move to Utah. I'm not sure if it's legal. I don't think it's legal. It's not legal. I don't think it's legal there either, but nonetheless, it's more acceptable to the culture. But
Again, close people, they're trying to check the price at
what?
the last second.
Yeah, well, they're trying to they might have already had it scheduled, but they bought from somebody else, or they like the other guy better. Just trying to see what should be humoring you. That's where you get people trying to rush you through the process too quickly too. So why do people, when they're gonna make a purchase like this for a new furnace and AC, try to move you through it quickly? Why do they give me the bums rush here? Because they already have a contract signed. I don't want to waste a I got the Seahawks game on. I don't got time for this shit. You know what I'm saying there? The Trailblazers are playing tonight. I got shit to do. One out of 81 NBA games is more important than spending $20,000 on a new furnace. You know what I'm saying there? It's not. They can't be important. The reason is that they already have something else. They have something else figured out. Because you don't get rid of the guy who's ready to supply something like hot water or your heat or your drain system, unless they've already got something figured out and they were going to do it. So if the customer does not crack on the convince me step, most likely you can just call the bluff. Call the bluff. I'd say, Joe, usually when people are unwilling to commit like that, what it usually means is they already have another service provider arranged already. Tell me off the record, say the words off the record, they work. Scientifically proven that if you use the word off record, 90% of the time people will admit it. Off the record, you can tell me the truth, be honest. Is somebody already arranged to do the hot water system here? If it is, it's okay, you don't have to lie to me, just tell me the truth. Yeah, we have my cousin David, he's my cousin, I can't not use him. See, what do you mean? Yeah, it's my wife's brother, I can't, I gotta use him here, he'll kill me if I use him, my wife will kill me. Then why are we getting estimates? I'm trying to see if I can beat his price and see if we can make him cheaper, cause I thought he was overcharged. I wanna see if he's overcharging us. So I have no chance at this job? No, I have no chance at it. Okay, so is that really something I should be here for then? Not really. You go if you want. Okay, so I have no chance at all. No, you have no chance at all. You literally break people down to that point when you call their bluff. So Joe, is there something, usually when people don't wanna commit to getting, when they have no hot water, or they have no heat, or they need to get a furnace, and they're not willing to commit to getting one, usually means that they, have something else arranged in the background. Off the record, is that what's happening right now? Just tell them that, and then they're gonna say, yeah, I do, I already got something kinda going on. Tell me what it is, what's going on, and then you can tell us that stuff. And say, do we have no chance at it? No, you got a chance. Look, what chance do I have? If you're lower than this price, well, I can give you full disclosure about that. What's that? I can't beat your cousin's price. Plus, he's your cousin, I can't beat that. So we just let me disqualify myself if your cousin's the only guy who's gonna do the job. On the other hand, I can continue if you want me to. So you see what that's happening there, guys? Don't forget that. All right, so that's the convince me stuff. Let's go on to danger line. Here's some fun stuff on the danger line. I love the danger line. You know that? Uncle Joe loves him some danger line. Don't you? Here we go. Part one. Danger line part one. Obviously, loyal clients. So here's some different ones here. So I'm gonna go back one. Go back. Okay. Danger line part one, right? How about loyal clients who have used you for years? You ever have loyal clients? They never used anybody else. Let's see what that sounds like. You ever had that before? Never used somebody else before. I've only used Charlie Wilson. He's the only guy I've ever used. Let's try it, Charlie. Let's read that one there. Loyal clients? Yeah, I've only used Wilson Cool Breeze, the only company I've ever used in my entire life.
Okay. Thank you, John, for all those years of loyalty. I really appreciate that. John, in all the years you've been using us, you must have been bombarded with tons of advertising for cheap cut rate deals for HVAC companies.
Oh yeah, we get that every day there in Norway.
You had to at least be tempted to look into one of those offers, right?
No, not at all. You guys are my top. You're my guy.
I only say that because if you were tempted to find somebody who cut corners on service, reliability, and safety like that, as you know, we believe in customized solutions with premium quality, warranties, and service, and we wouldn't be able to participate in that type of service.
Charlie, I know you guys. You're stone cold quality. Don't worry about it. I know I don't want that kind of crap.
So if you did want to find a cheap company like that, we'd have to disqualify ourselves because we've dedicated to premium quality and service. Or we can continue, if you want that type of quality and service, we've always provided for you. Should we continue?
Oh yeah, I'm shocked. I know you guys are ready. Like, you know, every time I go on the road, I say this kind of thing. You know, Mike Rosenthal, I gotta tell you the full disclosure. It's kind of a full disclosure. As you well know, you use this. You're the only company who uses this. Because one thing I gotta let you know is that if you were tempted to shop around, we don't. You know our quality. That we don't. So I just want to confirm you understand the quality of the company. That we're not the cheapest company, but it's a higher investment, but it's better. You with me on that? Oh, I know you guys. I know how Charlie works, like that kind of thing. That's what you're gonna get, right? You're not gonna go through the whole thing because the customer's committed to even the first thing you said. You can stop that there. You know what I'm saying there? So I always say people who are loyal. So is there a reason why you're so loyal? Well, it's just the kind of quality and service you guys provide. So you do know that we're not the cheapest company. Yeah, I got that. So if you got loyal clients, confirm why they're so loyal. Ask them, so what do you like so much about the company? Why do you remain so loyal? Well, because I just think Bethke and Sons is the best. Bethke and Sons is the best. Really? Well, you do know we're not the most, we're the more premium, so it is not the cheapest company. Even loyal people who there's no other danger line, I'm gonna make the danger line happen. Make sure that we're not gonna have any fourth quarter comebacks. The next one is price shoppers. Give full disclosure. We have a price shopper in that one?
Yes.
Try that one. Hit Ron, hit me on that one.
We're getting 3 bids on this. We're looking for the best price.
Go ahead, hit me with that, Ron.
I'm sure you've been bombarded with advertising for cheap cut rate deals for HVAC companies.
Or plumbing companies, yeah.
Or plumbing companies. You had to at least been tempted to look into one of those efforts, right?
Oh yeah, that's why I called all 3 people.
I only say that because if you were tempted to find someone who cut corner service reliability and safety like that, we believe in customized solutions with premium quality and great service, and we wouldn't want to be able to participate in that type of service. So if you do want to find a cheap company like that, we'd have to disqualify ourselves because I wouldn't want to waste your time since we focus on quality more than price. Or if you wanted, we could continue if you want to explore the quality and service we provide. So So should we stop right now, or should we continue?
No, I wanna hear what you got to say, that's what I'm looking for, Ryan, so you wanna set the tone on estimate calls, say something nobody else would say, right there. No other guy who's got an estimate will say that, and that's gonna pair it all out here, it's gonna definitely separate the wheat from the chaff. If you can get your sales guys to say this, you will be closing at 90% estimates. And by the way, the estimate calls, plumbers probably don't realize it. Plumbers probably most plumbers think, why did I get an estimate call? I hate those things. You know, and you don't realize it though. The estimate calls are where the bigger dollars are at. The average sale for a plumber is probably gonna be $18,000 on an estimate call. If somebody's calling for a slab leak or something like that for an estimate, tankless water heater, it could be, you know, big money on that. But you're so wrapped up in mismanaging the opportunity, you're not realizing that the full disclosure is something you gotta get. So I'd highlight that little thing about price shopping for all you salespeople there. Get that one under your belt. How about the loves the competitor? But find what chance you have, right? They got the love the competitor? Is that one on there? Just try it there, Carlos.
all the
You want me to read
time.
that one? What?
All the time.
Try this one here.
So we use Acme and we call you just to see your price to keep them honest.
Yeah, I use Acme just to keep them honest, Carlos. Go ahead.
Joe, one thing you should know about me is that I don't break up relationships. If you're already comfortable with Acme, why don't you stop the call and you can purchase from them?
No, I wanna get prices. I wanna make sure I keep them honest. I'm not that happy with them, actually.
Oh, off the record, Joe, what did you do?
I don't wanna get into it.
Are you sure off the record so I don't commit the same mistake?
I'll tell you, the guy did this, whatever, so we got that, could be that kind of thing. What does it say though on that one? Is that get further than that? What's that go?
Says I'd be happy to continue if I had a chance, John. What would it take to run your business?
Well, I mean, lower price.
If you wanted the cheapest price, I'd have to cut corners on service, reliability, and safety. We believe in customized solutions with premium quality and great service, and we wouldn't be able to participate in that type of service. So if you did want to find a cheap company like that, we'd have to disqualify ourselves. But if you just want it, we can continue if you want to explore the quality and service we provide. Should we stop right now or should we continue?
Continue, because you're great. You know what I'm saying there? So Dandelion Part 1, those are some of the variations. If somebody has how about this one? A competitor, they like the competitor, but he referred them to you. You're doing a good that one. Yeah, he's out of town. He's on a skiing trip to Denver for like the month. But he recommended I call you actually, this guy. Really? Because I mean, well, why don't we just wait for him to come back from skiing? No, I don't want to wait. I gotta get the heating done. Here's my greatest fear though, John, is that, you know, the probably give you full disclosure. If he shuts the whole company down when he goes skiing, his price will be cheaper than ours. I can tell you that right now. So, why don't we just stop the call knowing he'll be cheaper? I don't want to decide to get you pressured into something. Just go without the heat until he comes back home and do it that way. I can't go without heat. I gotta get it done, Ryan. Well, that's the problem though, so I mean, I only be able to proceed if you're understanding that we're gonna be a higher investment. How much more are you? Well, we're gonna give you premium mid-range economy prices, but all of them are gonna be higher than the other guy. Because we don't shut when one of our guys go on vacation, we don't shut the company down. We continue to work. We have a whole staff of people, and that's a higher investment. You see what I'm saying there? So when somebody shuts their company down because the one guy takes off on vacation, we can't compete with that. Let them know that's something that we have a full staff. We have everybody working here. We can't. It's going to be a higher investment. Make sense? Today, that's what this day is about. Getting that monkey off your back. You know, hopefully you've heard enough times where you just get that through your thick skull. That's not going away. Make sense? So even when you think that's done, we're not done with that even. If they say no, I'm willing to pay more, even though I know it'll be more. How much more? Well, we're going to do premium mid-range economy options. If you can find something affordable, what would happen? Yeah, I'm just going to go forward even if it costs more. Okay, are you sure? Then you can wait for them if you want to. I'm not going to push you into it. No, I want to get it done. I don't care if it costs more. I'll pay more when we get it done. Okay, good. There's still a problem though. What's the problem? Well, this is intellectual property. How important is your customer client information? Like, how would you feel if we shared your name with all the general public? You shared your name and address with telemarketers and stuff like that. Would you like that? No, I wouldn't like that at all. We don't do that at all. Matter of fact, we feel confidentiality is one of the most important things. How do you feel about that when it comes to your information?
Yeah, it's personal.
Me too. So when it comes to our information at Sky Services, I'm going to ask you to keep that confidential between you and Roger. I can't have you going back to Roger and telling him our prices. And the reason is it's proprietary and it's made just for you and your family. And I don't want Roger to get upset that we not only did the work, but you paid more money. Then he'll get mad at us because we actually charge more than he does. He wouldn't understand because he doesn't have several people working for him. He wouldn't, and I wouldn't expect him to. I just don't want to get into all that. So can we there's two things we could do. Understand that we're more premium, and it's going to be more expensive, more higher investment, and that we have to keep it confidential. If I ask you to do that, what would happen, Vince?
Move forward.
You sure? Because I can't move forward unless you agree to that. So what should we do?
I agree to that.
There you go. See what I'm saying there, guys? So not only did I shut the other guy down, but I'm not gonna have any freaking guy, because what I don't want is Roger, who owns the other company, running into Sky Services, bitching at Travis that we overcharged the customer.
How about if he throws it on Google?
What?
He throws it on a review, that's the one we were.
Who's that?
Any customer could do that, right?
For what?
This guy, one guy, my old guy used to charge me this, they throw it on a review
Yeah,
site.
that's why you have to get that.
Social media.
That's why, there's nothing more important than what we teach here with this part. Cause if you don't do it, you'll be getting Google
Those
reviews.
reviews.
You tell them right now, use that as your thing. Say, you know, Joe, I just don't work for people unless they realize we're a higher investment. You know, I had a guy from one time I was I had a house in Paso Robles I owned, a 5-acre vineyard I had up there. I had the home insurance thing because the realtor gave us a home warranty with it. So I didn't know who to call for a plumber, and my main shutoff valve for my plumbing was leaking outside the house. He had an outdoor shutoff. I called the guy from Valley Plumbing in Paso Robles. He comes out and he goes, "Oh, it's outside the house? Well, let me just stop right now. The home warranty is only covered if pipes are leaking inside the house. So anything outside the house, you have to pay us directly. And we can just stop right now if you don't want to do that. I'm not going to argue with you about the pricing. I'm not going to be able to cover it, but I will be able to get the job done if you want me to stay here and do it. But we have to work out something between you and I. It will absolutely not be covered by the insurance company. So should we stop or should we continue?" I'm like, "Damn, the guy knows my shit. Let's continue." $3,000 later, I bought a water softener too. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, "That's a good deal. Fix the main shut off. You got to shut it off anyway, right? Do that, and we'll get a water softener." So it was pretty much it. So you see what I'm saying there, guys? Even that guy, as weak as he is, still did that, and it worked. Because what am I going to do? Sit there, go back to the home warranty company? I'm going to arm wrestle with the bureaucracy of a home warranty company, or am I just going to get the problem fixed here? I took off half a day, and I'm going to get this thing done. Make sense, everybody? So that's the loves the competitor, but they're not available. Make sure you tell them that we're going to be a higher investment. So think about it. Pretty much, the danger line works every time. Don't tell me it doesn't work, because if you tell me you never hired a heating guy before, you just moved from an apartment, Caesar.
Yeah.
You ever hired a heating guy before?
No, I've never hired a heating guy before.
Well, let me give you full disclosure. There's two kinds of heating guys out there. Here's another way of doing that. There's one heating guy who's not even a heating guy. He's just on a Craigslist. He puts an ad up there. He buys a Cricket cell phone, and he gets a really minimum insurance policy, and he goes out there and does the work himself. And that would be cheaper because he just goes into business and tries to do work for beer money, right? And there's other economy companies similar to ours that look similar, but they're more economy. And the reason they're more economy because they cut corners on safety and health and quality reliability to make the price lower. At Sky Services, we believe in the utmost of safety and health, quality, reliability, and customer service. And it will be a higher investment than the other guys. So if you've never used somebody from the business before, if you want to hire somebody who's cheaper, who cuts corners on things, I would understand that. And you could just stop the call right now before we do anything. On the other hand, if you want to continue knowing it's going to be get the job done right, it'd be a higher investment, I'd be happy to continue. So how many times have you guys sold something to somebody who never bought from a heating guy before? Does that happen often? Mm-hmm. If you said every week, we say at least once a week you have that kind of scenario? Yeah, so get that shit off your chest, okay? You better get that stuff off. If it was me and you were my salespeople, I'd have you sitting in the room kicking that around all day. You wouldn't leave. The way you leave the room is by getting that out, by telling me that full disclosure on that guy who never bought from somebody before. Because if somebody never bought from somebody, they're going to be shocked at what a plumber charges, for instance, right? Yeah, you ever hired a plumber before? No, we never hired a plumber. I mean, for you guys, it happens a lot, I'm pretty sure. For plumbers have it more than heating guys, I'm pretty sure. Heating guys have like the maintenance agreements, and they do a lot, so more people are more likely to use an HVAC guy. Plumbers, we already tried something else. Call the guy from the church, he's too busy. Try it myself, fuck this thing up already. You know, it's down to a I called some cut rate guy on Craigslist, he didn't show up. You ever do that? You ever see, by the time you see it, it's like 3 days later, right? Why does it take 3 days to get a professional out here? Because we've already tried everything else. First I do it myself, fuck my hands up, call the guy from church, he screws it up. Call the guy from Craigslist, he doesn't show up. All right, call a real company. By the time it got to you, they've already tried something else. You know what I'm saying there? They don't tell you all that stuff, but that's what happened. Why did it get to Bethke and Son? They don't think somebody tried to call some Polish guy on the north side who barely speaks English? Yeah, all the time, there's like tons of them. There's 30,000 Polish guys who think they do plumbing. You know what I'm saying there? And they're all, some of them are okay, you know? But they don't have the dedication of what you guys have. You know, you guys have a full staff. Some of you are Polish too, not that there's anything wrong with being Polish, right? But it's a gigantic Polish, what do you call it, the contingent. There's a huge population of Polish people, and they all got this little network, the Polish mafia, right? And so, you know, it's like, I can't compete with that. You guys are gonna, if you wanna have some guy who's your friend from the church or whatever, use them. Then don't count me in, I'm not in on that. You know, doesn't make a difference if you're Polish or not. I just brought it up because I know that in his area, there's a huge Polish community there, right? And that's that. So, loyal clients, price shoppers, loves competitors, not available, that's it. Let's go to the next slide. Go to the Angel Line Part 2, and that would be here. It's going to happen pretty soon. Okay. Not wrong way. I forget this cell phone.
Isn't that the one you just talked about?
What?
The very first one.
Never use service. Yes, I saw the ad. You saw an info in the ad. That's right. Saw your ad from an info. Yeah, you guys know what we do. We saw your info from an ad. We just asked about what it was like when you called the office. You remember that one there? Heard something negative. How about somebody heard something negative about your company? That was a good one, right? I heard you guys are expensive. I heard you guys had some bad reviews. Gonna get that sometimes? You're gonna get it. Even if you have one bad review out of 3,000 reviews, somebody's gonna dig that up and use it, try and use it and negotiate with you. What do? How do you handle that one? It's real easy. Go ahead and tell me you saw a bad review of my service. Go ahead, Caesar. So how'd you find out about us?
Oh, I saw some bad reviews online.
Really? What did the review say? Just say they say you charge a lot of money.
They said that you're very expensive and charge a lot of money.
It is a high investment. I could definitely agree with that. No doubt about it. Can I ask you a question though? Here's the key question. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why did you decide to call us knowing that it's a higher investment? Is there a reason why you decided to call us knowing that it's higher?
Yeah, I wanted to see a higher priced company versus a lower priced company to see, so I have all my options.
I can do the full disclosure right now. I can help you with that. You realize that there's some people who don't understand that some services, it costs more for excellent service. What do you do for a living?
I sell cars.
So you do realize that there's certain car dealerships, like a Rolls Royce, where they have better service, and Cadillac is literally the same car as a Chevy, right? You know.
Yeah.
But the difference is the Cadillac service. The service department's better. The car itself has got better service. It's quieter. A few different details are there, but they have no problem with having Cadillacs. See what I'm saying there?
Yeah.
So consider us to be a Cadillac dealership. Some people come in and see the sticker price, and they get upset about that. Do you see what I'm saying there?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be the kind of guy who comes into a Cadillac dealership and gets upset about the sticker, or are you okay with that, knowing that's gonna be a higher investment?
I'm okay with that.
Because if you're looking for a Chevy dealer, you caught the wrong guy.
Okay.
We have a zero tolerance for any more bad reviews, and so if you want to stop the call, now's the time to tell me. If you want superior service, that's a higher investment. I'd be happy to continue, but you have to understand that, because we can't have any bad reviews anymore. We're not gonna let that happen anymore. We decided because of that bad review, we're not gonna let that happen anymore. So should we stop or continue?
Let's continue.
So this stop or continue is a thing that needs to defend yourself. So when somebody says, what do you do when you got a bad review? Stop getting them. That's my advice. You know, you can't do it. The one you got now, give them $1,000 to buy it down. Tell them I'll give you $1,000 if you take it offline. You know, or if you can't afford $1,000, just let it stay up there. Fucking who cares? You know, so nobody cares about bad review. Now, the only person who doesn't have any is me. You're not going to find any bad review about me ever, because I won't let it happen. Look for somebody saying something negative. The only person who does is Charlie Greer. He hates my guts. Service Roundtable hates my guts too. They can't stand me. They think I'm a competitor, and I am. I'd rather bury those fuckers. I don't give a shit about them, right? Start your own business, this is my shit,
Yeah.
right?
Does it?
I don't care. So it's like, right, but, you know, I'm not here to frickin' please you, I'm here, I got my own business, right? So, you know, I'm not against you, but I'm not gonna sit there and play nice with you either. I know you're frickin' trying to bury me. All they do is talk crap about me in the background. I never say anything bad about them, but I'm not gonna play nice with them either. 'Cause what?
Why cater down to their level?
Exactly. I don't participate in it. That's it. Heard something negative about the company, had a bad service. If they had a bad service, let's say they called you before, how's it going? I'm pissed about stuff with you guys. Really, what's going on? Who wants to be the angriest customer? Hey, but who's a real hard ass here? Probably Matt. People from Jersey are kind of long tight, you know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what, we did get some funky ones.
You ever see people from Jersey? They're like, holy shit, this guy's gonna blow. Go ahead, be the angry.
It's even worse.
Be the angry guy here. So you got a broken water heater, but you're really mad at my company because we're late all day. You booked it for 9 in the morning, and now we're showing up at 4, right?
Yep.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah, so what the hell happened? I've been waiting all day.
Oh, you know what? I was busy taking care of another customer, so.
So why did I get a call?
That's a good point, you know. Well, can I just stop right now for a second? It sounds like we've really fallen short on the level of service you were supposed to get, didn't we?
I think so.
I think so too. You know what? As angry as you are right now, I'm even angrier. When I get back to the shop, heads are gonna roll. I'm upset because it's a bad reflection on the company. It's a bad reflection on our industry, and also a bad reflection on me personally. I don't like that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna go back to the office. I'm gonna flag your account so this doesn't happen again. I'm also gonna make sure we have a training class with the office staff so they make that outbound call, let you know we should be late. And I'm gonna make sure that I let them know that if I'm gonna keep working here, we gotta fix that problem. So at this point, you got a choice. Should we stop the call? If I were you, I would tell the office that if you wanna tell us you wanna stop the call, and I can just go home and you can find a different plumber, I would completely understand.
So no apologies, because before when that shit would happen, I would straight up just apologize.
Forget the
4 times.
apology. Have you heard me apologize?
Not at all. That's why I just said it. Yeah.
So, I'd understand if you wanna cancel the call and go forward. Now, on the other hand, if you want me to continue, I'd be happy to take complete charge of this call and make sure that never happens again to you. And then finally, let me be the first to apologize to you as well. So should we stop the call or should we continue it?
Let's continue.
I give the apology at the very end. See what I did there? Don't apologize. The last thing that somebody who's in the red zone, who's anxiety, who's pissed off, wants to hear is I'm sorry. And you don't have to go any farther than your own fucking wife to know what I'm talking about. Just tell her one more time that you're sorry about something. I mean, how long have you been married, Charlie? Married?
Mm-hmm.
How long?
10 years.
10 years? How long the first time?
5.
How did I know you had the first time? 5 the first time,
And
10
then
the
a long
next time.
stretch in
You had a
between.
stretch in between. You dove back in. Well, you know, after about 10 years, your wife heard, she's already heard all your apologies. How long is it?
27.
27 years? As nice as Justin is, and I can't ever imagine marital discord between the two of them. But it wouldn't be a marriage if there wasn't, right? I mean, I think you're two Stepford people who don't ever disagree with each other. There's got to be things that you put your foot in some cow poo every now and then, right? And then of course, a guy like Justin's like the first guy who would apologize. You could tell that. Right? And you know, Sandy's like, enough apologies, okay? Get your shit together. How many times? I mean, in a nice way. How many times did you say that to you?
Oh, I can't even count.
Yeah, you can stop with the sorry, Ron. I've already heard it, right? We've been married for how long?
22 years.
22 years I've been hearing I'm sorry, okay? Just put your clothes in the hamper.
No, it's true. They wanna see action.
Don't come in the bedroom.
Action,
I'm here watching Oprah. You go back and watch your sports and stuff like that. Get out of here.
Actions speak louder than words.
Sit, no, you're not. Don't get out of this bedroom. How do I know that shit? That's crazy. That's the real seminar. That's what I'm gonna do. That's my next seminar.
Yeah, how to keep 'em.
Sarcasm again, just a little.
That's not sarcasm. That's real. That's real shit right there. That's reality. Well, only if you've been married, you know, and it's called constructive conflict. She's just trying to make it better because she loves you, right? If we didn't care about your husband, you said, I'm leaving him anyway. Who gives a shit? I'm not gonna give him any bad feedback, right? You should be happy she yells at you, because otherwise she wouldn't care, and she'd be like, hey, I wonder why she didn't yell anymore.
Probably true. I don't have.
Make sure she keeps yelling at you, because then you know she still cares, right? So if you never get, not yell, you get constructive conflict. That's what you call it. It says, all right, everybody, Angel on part 2, you liking that so far? Good stuff there. That's what you do, Matt. What are you thinking that? And estimates, so here's the thing about it. Presenting at the right time, real quick. Now we're running out of time here. I wish I had more time. Maybe we'll cover this tomorrow. I'll tell you, why don't we do that? Let's get running out of time right now. It's too much. We're flooded with information, right? Oh my God, I'm flooded so much. I could really. You guys are like, what's he gonna talk about all day? Jesus Christ, even I can figure it out what we're gonna do. But I'll do this tomorrow because this is a big one. Presenting at the right time to the right people is huge. If you make sure, here's the thing I can tell you for those guys doing estimates. If you do estimate calls and you can find yourself at the right time when people are going to make a decision to go forward with the right people who need to decide, you will sell 100% of all your calls. The only time you won't sell a call is when you're missing somebody or it's the wrong time. I didn't say I was doing something today. Well, here's the options. What should we do? Well, you didn't think I'm doing something today, did you? I thought you were doing something today. I never said that. You said that. And I said I was buying a furnace, not today though. Oh, yeah. I wasn't listening. You know what I'm saying there? So if you heard people, you need to find out what day are we going to make a purchase, because that's the day we need to present. Make sense? How do you do that? Well, when somebody says, just so you know we're not doing anything today, magic moment, magic moment, magic moment, come back later. Well, remember when I first got here, you said you weren't going to do anything today? Yeah. Do you think things have changed when we first met? Remember when we first met, you didn't even know me. Yeah? You feel like you're better now? You think you know me better? I do. I really like you a lot, Joe. I mean, so at this point, if I gave you some prices today, what would happen? Well, we can't do it today, still. We're firm on it, right? Okay, so no way I can do it today? Yeah. What's the reason why? We got 2 other guys coming yet. I have to get the prices. One guy's my brother. Oh. Do I have any chance at all? Because otherwise, I don't have to work on the prices if I don't have no chance. No, you got a chance. I don't like my brother anyway. We always fight. Oh my goodness, really? Yeah, it's a thing I don't want to tell you about it. Okay, I won't get into that. But off the record, what happened? No, I won't tell you. But you know, so you may still have a chance. So we'll talk about that. It's a really interesting subject there. You can get it at the right time. Like there's been many times I can tell you this. The husband and wife told me they would meet me back here tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I come back tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning and they go, husband's like, yeah, she couldn't make it, so just go ahead and give me the prices. And then I like, actually, I'm happy you told me that. I'm glad you said that actually. Why is that? Because I was just coming out here to tell you I need more time to make the proposal up. I'm not done yet. Oh.
You've actually said that.
Oh yeah, many times. Because I know one thing, if I present it to the one person, and she's not there, it's not going forward. It doesn't make a difference how they do. Yeah, but I stayed home and waited for you. Yeah, I know, I came out here, drove all the way out here too. And I would have worked on that proposal a little bit more here while I was here, but I need to talk to her first before I complete the proposal. So I can't even I'm finding it hard to complete the proposal until I talk to her. So what's a good time I could talk to her and you together again? I'm willing to make another appointment, but I wanted to come out here and let you know that if she wasn't gonna be here, that I'm not gonna be able to complete the proposal at this point. So what's a good time for us to come back? Can you come back at 11? She'll be here for lunch. Yeah, okay, come back at 11 o'clock, then I'll be here. Then we talk to her again, then we make the presentation, right? The best presentation you will ever make for estimates is the one you didn't make at all until you had the right time with the right people. The worst presentation you're ever gonna make is when you had neither the right time nor the right people. You're presenting all the options, and the customer says, Ron, this looks really good. I mean, that top option is the one I think we should do. Really, what do you like about that? It's got everything we need. I like that one. Good, so what should we do? Well, I'm gonna bring this to the landlord and show it to him. What? I'm gonna bring this to the landlord and show it. I'm gonna tell him we should do that one. And all along you were talking to the wrong person. How many times have you done that? We've all done it. Jaw jack, grabbed ass, and all kinds of, like, this is going too easy. Why is it going so easy? They're going with everything. Yeah, give me the premium. Yeah, 10-year warranty. Yeah, it's only $20,000. He should pay $20,000. We should pay $20,000. Yeah, as much as I pay for this place, it should be $20,000. Yeah, you think so? Oh yeah, I want to get the $20,000 one. Yeah, so what should we do? Yeah, let me show it to the landlord now and see what he wants. Yeah, right? It's like all that time I poured my heart out and gave a passionate presentation. And everybody, we got the husband and wife of the tenants in front of you. Yeah. Or how, like, yeah, I'm gonna show this to my dad who owns a house. Oh, fuck. How's that one? So it's like, whenever you got that young woman who lives in a freaking nice house, question it. I'm not saying that a single income person couldn't afford a nice house, but I'm not trying to profile either. But whether it's a single guy or a single woman, kind of youngish, under 25, has an entire 4-bedroom home, I mean, it's a red flag. It's like a red flag. Yellow lights are going off. It's like, dude, you think this dude owns a house by himself? What 25-year-old kid who's younger than 25 owns a 4-bedroom, 3,200 square foot house on 5 acres of land? You know what I'm saying there? It's like, so how many years have you owned? All you have to do is say, how many years have you owned the house? You know, and however, in the Pacific Northwest, it may be true because the tech industry and things like that, you may have a young person who owns a house. But let's just you assume he owns a house? Why don't we just test it out? All you gotta do is say, so how many years have you owned the house? And he'll say, well, me and my dad own the house for like 13 years now, or whatever. Oh, your dad? Is your dad, who owns the house? Your dad owns it or you owns it? Oh, he owns it. He's gonna hand it down to me 2 years from now, though. Okay, so who owns the house then? My dad does, but I'm gonna get it. He's about ready to pass away in 2 years, he said. He guarantees he's gonna die in 2 years. We have it all arranged. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, so, nice dad.
With an agreement.
Wish my dad would just tell me that. It's always a surprise when my dad dies. Say that, but, you know what I'm saying? So that's, be careful on that stuff there. So the right people at the right time. If you want to look at it and study ahead of time, it's in the book. Take a look at it. It's pretty interesting. There's a lot of variations in it. So even if I got it on one piece of paper, there's a lot. I could probably write a whole book on just that subject alone because it is such a complex subject. Any questions on what you learned today? Are you guys excited still and enthusiastic? How you feeling here?
More than ever.
Stuff here. Weighted it down. Hope I didn't weigh you down with too much stuff. A lot of people say like today and tomorrow confuses everybody. Would you get more clarity or more confusion? What do you think, Oscar, today?
It's a lot of information, but I definitely see a lot more clarity.
A little more clarity? What do you think on that, Caesar? More clarity or confusion? How would you feel?
Clarity.
Clarity? How are you over here, guys?
Definitely there's a lot more clarity.
Nathan, what do you think?
Yeah, it's like stuff that I was like, oh well, how would you respond like that? And kind of covered.
So you can start to see how like the 5 days is like, you're first thinking like, what could I do in 5 days here, right? It's impossible. But right now, who's thinking, I wish I had like 5 more days. We need actually more time. Well, the good news is you got 4 weeks after this is over. So we still got this week, and everybody's got the 4 weeks of coaching. So don't forget, we have the coaching meetings every single week, during your time zone at 8 o'clock on every single time zone, Pacific, Central, and Eastern time, 8 o'clock in the morning on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We'll go ahead and give you access to the coaching session of the website. So everybody gets that for free to try it out, take it for a test run. Now, you come to iCare every single day at 10 o'clock Pacific time and come to that. We have the office staff meeting. We'll have those people come to our meetings. They can do that too. So everybody can be on that for 4 weeks ahead of time. We also have a Wednesday night meeting just with you guys at 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern time, where we all kind of compare notes. Is everybody committed to coming to that meeting? Because the people who come to that meeting achieve results that are 5 times greater than the people who don't. That's the difference.
Yeah.
500% more if you come to that meeting. Everybody in? It's a 1 hour meeting, and you know you got to check in. I want to see your options, the option sheets you're creating. I want you to email those or text them to me if you want to do that too. So we start ending tomorrow. I know a lot of things are going to kind of come to a quick end tomorrow. We're probably going to have about a half a day and have a lunch, and then we'll probably have maybe a little question and answer period, and then we'll disband at about 1 or 2 o'clock tomorrow, the latest. So if you have things you want to bring with, let us know. We have about 7 people still who have to make presentations yet, right?
I think it's 5.
How many?
5.
5 more people?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did 7 already.
7 already?
Yeah, there's 14 in the class.
14?
I'm doing math wrong.
Yes.
7 and 7. So if somebody wants to do it tomorrow, I'll be here at 7 o'clock. Let's say figure 7:30. And also we have the guys who have taken the class. I want you to think about what you received from this week and the kind of thoughts you have. Tomorrow we're going to do a little video interview at the end. Just going to ask you what did you learn from this week? What's your biggest takeaway? Why is this? She'll ask you some questions that are neutral questions. You can just answer them any way you want. You don't got to lie. If you tell me something bad, we're just gonna cut it out, that's okay. Only put the good stuff up there. We'll change your words around so it looks good, like fake news. We're the biggest fake news of all, so we know that. You know? So,
You see our mouth moving, you just won't hear shit.
yeah, it's like, is that Matt? It's like, that's me talking for Matt. Yeah, Joe Crisara's the best. It's like, this guy sucks, you know? Joe's the best guy. He's like a good friend I know at this point. Yeah. So if you guys, if you would, be ready to do that. So tomorrow morning at 7, I'll probably do some of the presentations if I can get, you know, from 7:30, a couple to 8 o'clock, so 4. I think we'll do 5 or 4 or 5 before we even start at 9 o'clock. If we can do that, and then maybe we'll have 1 or 2 after lunch or something like that. We do. Make sense? So get ready to go, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great one, everybody. You like saving time, so Thanks, sorry, have a good one. My pleasure.
Man, this was pretty good.
I watched one.
Oh, yeah.
Those questions definitely clear up a lot of the questions I had.
You got it all now? There it goes, yeah. We try to save all that complex stuff. Let's get to the basics.
I'm glad I kind of just like kept everything in back. I was going through and I'm like, oh shit, I missed out that.
Tell Ron he's gotta get some time to do some management training. He doesn't know what he's
So much better because we did the online thing before we came here. So like, 5 days and everything. He said, he said that.
That impressed me that he could do it. He's never, I was nervous about doing it after going
it's like
to flag rate class,
everybody,
but to just.
there's a value to the
Really proud of him.
pressure.
I was like, you shut up and say, what should we do?
You see how some people at the first outfit. Wow, it's like I got it, you know, and there's something about the confidence in front of you in the group. The videos itself can never produce that.
That's all you need to do.
Him being a
You don't even have to respond to anything, you're just like, wow, I think this
more
is
serious,
that's right.
you don't screw it up like that. Tell him to get there, we need Ron now.
You're gonna love Ron too. Even better in person.
So what would you do?
This is an Excel, right?
Oh, you gotta put the cards in it.
There you go.
Nice.
Oh, just give me the large card
Is that? Here in the room?
Yeah, I can believe it. He's pretty.
Well, I think if we can get him trained up right, you know? And I really like, I wanna see if I can get him to let me record him doing the maintenance call thing. Where he's like, approval, whatever, you go find a cap or something wrong. Listen, I understand I'm just here to do the maintenance. I did find a fault in the blah 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 system, but that's not why you called me out, so I'm just gonna keep those to myself. You know, so it's just like,
You should polish that up and go like on a meeting.
Yeah. Contractor comedy store.
That'd be hilarious.
I should come up with a contractor, is it better than you thought it was gonna be, or the same, what do you think?
with the class?
Yeah.
Oh, we were excited in Vegas, just the stuff we heard, and I mean, so we couldn't wait to get here, but I would say better. Just because it really, this is not like anything we've ever been. And you can see how real it is. It's about believing in yourself, believing in the client, and doing the right thing for them.
Some of his questions are leading.
Yeah.
That makes it firm on the company. I'm not
That's
saying
what I
that
called you
I
guys.
believe it. I think it gives you things to work on. Kind of that goes into more specific. I think Mike,
Oh, yeah.
it's fine. Here's the noise, and then this is like. Here's a rubber. More specific. Here's what you gotta do. You know, part of it, so.
We have fun.
Well, see you tomorrow.
Drive safe, brother.
But that's game, Charlie. Hope you're gonna go back up there and, legit with, the amount of time you have to have this guy working out there, we can, get it up to speed.
Yeah, I do want to.
Even at the end, I thought next this winter, you can maybe make enough money, put some 2 nickels together, make a dime. And then, next summer, this will sit out.
Unfortunately, we're in an area in the winter where it's
Oh, yeah, it's cold. Where you guys at?
we're in Payson.
Joe, see you in the morning. See you guys in the morning.
Okay, man.
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half north of us.
So we're in near Phoenix, all the east side.
Yeah, that's what I'm also on Carnegie deal.
Two guys, pretty big ships. Like we do that.
P-A-Y?
Huh?
Yeah.
It's getting used to it and then staying committed to it.
I thought it was thinking.
Like anything in human nature, it's a little tough in the beginning, cause you gotta used to it. But once you start seeing the
You know,
results,
we're
and
east
the numbers start
side,
coming out,
but
When
now,
you get hungry for
in
corn,
the
you're gonna get
8
hungry,
years we've
man.
been
It's
up
gonna,
here.
you're gonna like, holy crap, this is amazing.
They don't answer the phone, they don't show up, they don't do nothing. 60% of our work's up there.
I believe it.
And we really do focus on customer service, like show up, respect, follow through, do what we say.
I believe it. It's easy to make an impact in the rest of the country.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I bet you do, you got that area where it's like cold in that area, but that, some will hire all day there, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, we've been.
You ever know I've actually had a plumber, and we would have a sister company that was the plumbing in Flagstaff. His name is Marty Martinson.
I need to sit down for this one.
So if you ever wanted to visit another sister company up that way,
Just stand right
find
there
yourself in
so you can
Flagstaff
go.
and call Marty. He would just love to talk to you. He does plumbing. Two-man shop, him and another guy, but he does, he's got, him and another guy do about 40,000 dollars. He stopped now.
I'm gonna say the right behind you.
Flagstaff, he wants to have a plumbing company that tears it up too.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Turn it all the way. I haven't talked to him about that.
Yeah, we haven't done terrible. I mean, we do. And we've got, well, this year we're running right now about 15%.
That's good.
So,
Well,
Oh, you guys are actually helping me out.
Because you're so, kind of still growing and having to get new things all the time.
This is what it feels like.
well, we've just been in pace there, well.
You know, it's just different approach. I'd have to sit down for this
Yeah,
one.
so you still probably have to get more trash.
Give me a beer. Alright.
Well, we actually, we purchased a building.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for inviting me to your house. What do you got in the refrigerator?
You just want to figure out, the thing is.
Alright, you guys take care.
Oh, one of those.
A little bit.
Oh, what are you doing, what are you doing?
There we go, there we go.
There's no fucking reason we should be doing this. I mean, that's just.
Did you get that or you just get it a little?
I actually did record it. Never know what I'll use.
There you go.
And then having to do it, that's the only thing you should do. Right now, that's what I did in my company, I just like, I'm gonna have a go, buddy, see you tomorrow. Because I'm just a trainer, so I'm not gonna, I told to fill my office, but I'm not going up. In 1995 or whatever, so I'm not going out and do all on my own. I just do, only time I'm doing a call is I'm teaching somebody how to do it, that's it. So every single person that joined the company, like I would say, usually a good thing to do is go with somebody for 2 weeks, so you learn that they show up on time. Like, I did like a boot camp, it was like, okay, you're starting with the company, you and I are gonna ride together for 2 weeks.
Oh, maybe
First
that's
week,
why,
I'm
so
gonna do the
that's
calls,
the
you're gonna watch
difference, so that
videos.
that top part
I'm
will
gonna do the
go
calls,
through.
you're gonna watch me do it, and then next week, you're gonna do the calls.
Oh, does it slip in there?
And then.
I think
you're
it
gonna do
does.
in a
Oh, there you go,
row.
there you go. I didn't realize it was like a thing. There we go. Teamwork makes a dream.
It's kind of a 4-week training boot camp, I call it, and if you don't show up,
You see all of
if you don't show up for work
Yeah.
one day,
Yeah.
that's an occurrence that happens.
Flip through
You
them
show
like
up,
that.
you miss 2 days, it's a trend, you miss 3 days, try and get a different employee.
That's powerful.
You're done, you get hit that dumb in that period of time, you better get your schedule cleared,
Thanks.
that's what we're doing,
Yeah, no
7
problem.
AM every morning, and that truck better be
Chris,
switched
man,
on when I show up.
I don't plan on being late. When anything could happen, I'm gonna leave extra early. If something did happen, everybody's ready to start.
I'm not gonna.
We're gonna die in a car crash over
Right.
here, we need your car.
You power on this with power button. You power on this. It'll take a little while. I just scooted it. And that happens sometimes. Let's use the chair to focus.
That's not even legal, it's well,
I mean, as long as it's like zoomed in, so as long as no white's showing, it's just where it needs to be. And you just listen and make sure Joe's mic is coming through. I mean, you can see it there. So I just like to make sure here through there, you press record. It's recording. Yeah, and it's going. Yeah, I'm not gonna like dump that under, man. But you never know. Like today, I never anticipated that I'm flossing. Where I went around. You know how to use a little audio recorder. It's the same one right there.
I think, yeah, he knows how to do all that too.
Trade school who would say.
He'd be pissed I wasn't here, so I'll be here.
Somebody who's compliant is the number one value you need to find.
Veggies?
You know, don't look for the guy who's an expert, who's not compliant.
Yeah.
Now, if he's an expert who says, I'm willing to learn anything you want me to, I'm a student, I love to learn, that's good too, but it's very rare to find something like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can find compliance is the number one value you're looking for. You going, Brandon?
Yeah.
Have a good one, see you tomorrow.
Be here 7:30.
7:30, have a good one.
Yeah, cause I think the biggest thing that we wanna get out of this is a clean. Cause.
We probably have a higher average invoice and closing, probably better, you know.
Yeah.
With the way you're doing the option sheets and close on the estimates, you probably
Yeah.
want to put that, you know.
Well, it's the rejections, and then, I mean, before, we were
If
like.
you're doing $1 million with the 3 people, you have 3 people?
Well, it's
Well, we
just
got
me,
me
him,
and-
and we got one guy that works on Thursdays doing that.
That's it, okay. Yeah, so if you're doing that already, you should be doing 2.5 probably with this, you know. Because
And
you're
we
probably
only-
selling a lot of warranty and service you weren't even offering before.
We are, yeah. Well, now we're gonna start selling more warranty, cause we're building them into our service options.
Right.
And we're gonna sell more on our systems now, cause that's how we're gonna offer them. But I mean, we've only done 57 systems this year.
Right.
All year. We're at like just over 800. So I'm hoping we can make it great. We just wanna, you know, we've been wrong all these years, trying shit, but in the last year, with even the other sales classes, even the other options, flat rates help some.
It does, man.
It's just exciting, you know?
Good.
Yeah.
Alright guys, how's it going?
Alright, man.
Alright.
Good
Thanks,
night.
buddy.
Good, buddy.
See you tomorrow.
Well, graduation day.
Let's get your tea there.
Almost, don't forget. You check on my wife and see what she's doing here.
I just wanted to check real quick, is that what it should look like when I get done with it?
What's that?
Is that how you stick them in there so that this shows?
No, well, you could do it that way, but I think
Oh.
most people do it this way.
Oh, the other way?
Like this is the flip
Oh, I
chart.
got it upside down.
And then you put the black, this is the thing on
Oh,
the
the
bottom.
black would show here?
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, I just got it upside down, okay.
Supposed to be like in.
So you're looking at the objection first,
There you
on the
go.
black part?
Put that on. Good.
That way, okay.
Sense?
Awesome.
Let's see here.
Awesome, I was telling him second of events, cause I know he's nervous, whatever. but I
Hey,
said-
Joe,
Yeah.
can either you or Chris send me your spreadsheet on your pricing?
Sure.
For your coaching stuff?
Yeah, sure then.
Appreciate it, man.
I said I had a little bit of a advantage, I said, you know, when I switched over to John's company, I said, I've been there almost 3 years now, I've been doing it since I started with him, I said, but I will tell you this, if you wanna be a believer, I said, I think even the best year, you know, there's an asterisk on my career only because I went through the recession like anybody else, I said we took a dip, but.
Yeah, yeah.